In the heart of the wild, where territory is currency and dominance is survival, every movement carries consequence. Here, strength is tested without mercy. Instinct collides with intelligence, and the balance of power can shift in a single violent moment. This is not just a hunt, not just a defense. It is a battle for control, for legacy, for the right to rule. When rivals collide and there is nowhere left to retreat, only one force will rise above the rest. This is the battle for supremacy. In the world of lions, competition is not an event. It is a constant pressure, woven into every hour of their lives. Across the savannah, territory defines power. A pride's land is more than hunting ground. It is protection, access to food, and the future of the next generation. To lose it is to lose everything. Dominant males carry this burden every day. They patrol the borders at dawn and dusk, reading the landscape through scent and sound. Claw marks on trees, fresh tracks in the dust, a distant roar carried by the wind. Each is a message, each a potential challenge. Their roars are not empty threats. They are declarations of strength, warnings broadcast across kilometers of open plains. But every roar invites an answer. Somewhere beyond the horizon, rival males are listening. These challengers are usually younger and stronger, driven by necessity. Cast out from their birth prides, they live as nomads, testing themselves through skirmishes and honing their power for a single purpose: to take control. The confrontation, when it comes, is sudden and brutal. There is no ritual and no mercy. Manes clash, teeth find flesh, and the ground shakes beneath their weight. These battles are not about pride alone, but survival and dominance. Victory reshapes the entire pride. The defeated male is driven away, sometimes fatally wounded, his reign erased in minutes. The winner claims the territory, the lionesses, and the future. For the cubs born under the previous ruler, the stakes are even higher. New kings often eliminate them, a ruthless act that forces the pride to begin again and ensures that only their bloodline continues. Even after victory, the struggle does not end. A lion's rule is temporary. Injury, age, or the arrival of new challengers will one day tip the balance once more. In the kingdom of lions, supremacy is never permanent. It must be defended day after day against rivals shaped by hunger, ambition, and the unyielding laws of the wild. As time passes, the pressure only intensifies. Every successful hunt strengthens the pride, but every failure exposes weakness. A dominant male must balance constant vigilance with the need to recover, knowing that even a brief injury can invite invasion. Lionesses play a quieter but equally critical role in this competition. They assess the strength of their leaders, subtly shifting loyalty when power changes. Their cooperation determines whether a male's reign is stable or fragile, and their behavior often signals when a takeover is imminent. Rival coalitions add another layer of danger. 2 or 3 males working together can overwhelm even the strongest ruler. These alliances are built on strategy rather than trust. bound by a shared goal of conquest rather than loyalty. When they strike with precision, exploiting numbers and coordination. The aftermath of takeover is tense and volatile. The new rulers must immediately secure their claim, re-establish boundaries, and defend against counterattacks. Exhausted from battle, they are at their most vulnerable, yet they cannot afford to rest. Supremacy, once claimed, must be enforced without hesitation. For younger males within the pride, the cycle is already beginning. They observe every clash, every roar, every victory and defeat. One day, they too will be driven out, forced to wander the margins of the savannah, carrying the lessons of violence and survival with them. This relentless cycle shapes the entire ecosystem. The rise and fall of kings determines hunting patterns, cub survival, and the balance of power across vast landscapes. Each battle sends ripples through the grasslands, unseen but profound. In the end, the story of lions is not one of peace or permanence. It is a story of constant rivalry, where strength is tested repeatedly and authority is always temporary. In this unforgiving world, supremacy is never given. It is taken, defended, and inevitably lost. While lions rule through raw power, hyenas dominate through intelligence, numbers, and relentless coordination. In their world, competition follows a very different set of rules. Hyena society is built on strict hierarchy. Every clan is led not by a male, but by a powerful alpha female, larger and more aggressive than the rest. Rank determines everything: access to food, protection, and survival itself. From birth, each hyena knows its place, and every interaction reinforces it. Unlike lions, hyenas rarely fight alone. Their strength lies in cooperation. Calls echo across the plains, summoning clan members from kilometers away. What begins as a single confrontation can quickly become an overwhelming force, driven by unity rather than individual dominance. Competition among hyenas is constant and internal. Cubs fight from their earliest days, establishing rank through biting, pushing, and intimidation. These early battles decide who eats first and who risks starvation. In this society, weakness is not forgiven. Against rivals, hyenas are strategic and patient. They harass, test, and exhaust their opponents, using endurance rather than speed. Where lions rely on decisive strikes, hyenas wear enemies down, turning chaos into advantage. Their jaws, among the strongest in the animal kingdom, allow them to consume what others cannot. Bone, sinew, and scraps become valuable resources, reducing dependence on fresh kills and giving them resilience in harsh conditions. Encounters between hyenas and lions are inevitable and explosive. Each species understands the other's strengths. Hyenas probe in numbers, gauging resolve, while lions rely on intimidation and brute force. Control shifts constantly, determined by confidence, coalition size, and timing. In the shadows of the savannah, hyenas thrive not as scavengers, but as calculated competitors. Their success is built on structure, communication, and a ruthless social order that leaves no room for hesitation. In the struggle for supremacy, hyenas prove that power does not always belong to the strongest, but to those who work together without fear. Within the clan, dominance must be defended as fiercely as territory. The alpha female rules through constant assertion, reinforcing her position with aggression, posture, and control of resources. Even high-ranking individuals are never fully secure. One moment of hesitation can invite challenge. Female hyenas inherit rank through their mothers, creating powerful bloodlines that shape the future of the clan. Males, by contrast, live on the margins. They are born subordinate and remain so, forced to earn acceptance through patience and submission. Survival for them depends not on strength, but endurance and social awareness. Competition intensifies when food is scarce. Carcasses become battlegrounds where rank is tested and alliances are strained. Screams and laughter fill the air as individuals push forward, each trying to secure a place at the feast. In these moments, hierarchy is enforced with brutal efficiency. Hyenas are also masters of psychological warfare. Their vocalizations confuse and intimidate rivals, projecting numbers that may not exist. Even lions, kings of brute force, hesitate when faced with a coordinated clan moving as one. Territorial conflict between clans can last for generations. Borders are constantly probed, and patrols turn into ambushes. These wars are not short encounters but prolonged struggles where persistence often outweighs strength. Victory is measured not in a single kill, but in control of land and resources over time. Cubs grow up surrounded by this tension. From an early age, they witness dominance asserted and challenged, learning that survival depends on position and loyalty. Play becomes practice, and every interaction prepares them for the rigid structure they must one day navigate. Despite their reputation, hyenas are highly successful predators. They hunt cooperatively, isolating the weak and driving prey to exhaustion. Each kill reinforces the clan's unity and its ability to control the landscape. In the broader battle for supremacy, hyenas represent a different philosophy of power. Where others rely on size or strength, they rely on structure, communication, and unwavering coordination. In the unforgiving wild, this makes them not just survivors, but formidable rulers in their own right. As the seasons change, the balance of power shifts once again. Drought compresses the savanna, forcing predators into closer contact and intensifying every rivalry. For hyenas, this pressure amplifies both opportunity and danger. Scarcity tests the strength of the clan and exposes any weakness in leadership. Long-distance communication becomes critical. Whoops and calls carry through the night, mapping the presence of allies and rivals alike. These sounds are not random noise, but a living network, allowing clans to mobilize rapidly and defend their interests across vast territories. When confronting lions, hyenas rarely seek immediate confrontation. Instead, they wait. They circle. They test resolve through persistence. A single lion may dominate a skirmish, but a coordinated clan can overwhelm through sheer presence and endurance. Timing, not courage, decides the outcome. The alpha female must constantly assess risk. Pushing too hard invites injury, Retreating too often invites rebellion. Leadership in a hyena clan is a balance of aggression and calculation, where every decision shapes the survival of dozens. Young hyenas learn quickly that rank offers protection. Those born high feed first and grow stronger, while those below must fight harder for every advantage. This inequality is not softened by compassion. It is reinforced daily, ensuring that only the most resilient endure. Territorial dominance brings stability, but never peace. Rival clans continue to probe boundaries, searching for moments of vulnerability. Patrols are relentless, and clashes erupt without warning. These encounters can end in brutal losses, yet they are essential to maintaining control. Through cooperation, hyenas transform chaos into order. Their society, harsh and unforgiving, allows them to thrive where others fail. They do not rely on moments of heroism, but on collective force and relentless pressure. In the endless contest for supremacy, hyenas remind the savannah of a simple truth. Power is not only about strength or speed, but about unity, discipline, and the will to outlast every rival. African wild dogs follow a very different path to dominance. Where lions rely on strength and hyenas on hierarchy, wild dogs survive through precision, cooperation, and extraordinary endurance. Their society is built around unity. A single breeding pair leads the pack. But leadership is less about intimidation and more about coordination. Every member has a role, and success depends on trust rather than fear. Competition among wild dogs is subtle, yet constant. Packs defend vast territories, moving endlessly in search of prey. Boundaries are tested through scent and movement, and rival packs avoid direct confrontation whenever possible. Conflict, when it occurs, is swift and decisive. Hunting defines their power. Wild dogs are among the most efficient predators on the continent, not because of strength, but because of strategy. They communicate through body language and high-pitched calls, adjusting direction and pace in real time. Once the chase begins, there is no hesitation. The pack stretches the pursuit across open ground, rotating the lead runners, pushing prey to exhaustion. Each individual sacrifices personal energy for collective success. Within the pack, cooperation extends beyond the hunt. Injured members are fed first. Pups are protected by the entire group. Even the weakest individuals matter, because the pack survives or fails together. Against lions and hyenas, wild dogs face constant pressure. They are often outmatched in direct encounters and rely on speed and awareness to avoid conflict. Kills must be consumed quickly, always under the threat of theft. Despite these challenges, wild dogs persist. Their strength lies not in domination, but in efficiency and unity. In a land ruled by brute force and ruthless hierarchy, they prove that cooperation can be a powerful form of supremacy in its own right. Life for African wild dogs is a continuous test of movement and timing. Their survival depends on staying one step ahead of stronger rivals, reading the landscape with precision, and knowing when to fight and when to vanish. The bond within a pack is its greatest weapon. Social interactions are marked by constant communication, vocal calls, facial expressions, and ritualized greetings that reinforce cohesion. These moments are not trivial. they maintain unity, ensuring that every hunt begins with a shared purpose. Breeding season raises the stakes even higher. The dominant pair produces the next generation, while the rest of the pack becomes guardians and providers. Pups are hidden in dens, and the pack's movements revolve around their safety. Losing a den can mean the collapse of an entire lineage. Hunting pressure intensifies as pups grow. Adults must increase success rates to meet rising demands, often pushing themselves to exhaustion. Failure is not an option. A single missed hunt can ripple through the pack, weakening individuals and exposing them to predators. Encounters with hyenas are frequent and dangerous. Hyenas attempt to steal kills, testing the pack's resolve. Wild dogs respond with speed and numbers, finishing meals quickly or abandoning them entirely to avoid injury. Survival favors caution over confrontation. Territorial loss is devastating. Without space to hunt freely, packs fragment or disappear. Rival packs, disease, and human encroachment further compress their world, leaving little margin for error. Young dogs learn by participation. From an early age, they join hunts, learning coordination through experience rather than dominance. Those who fail to adapt rarely survive. In the wider struggle for supremacy, African wild dogs occupy a fragile position. They do not rule through fear or force, but through harmony and relentless motion. In an ecosystem defined by competition, their greatest strength is the ability to work as one or not survive at all. As the pack pushes forward, endurance becomes their defining advantage. African wild dogs are built for distance, not power. Long legs, efficient lungs, and tireless pacing allow them to hunt under the relentless sun, outlasting prey that cannot keep up. Every hunt is a calculated risk. Chasing too long wastes energy. Stopping too soon means hunger. The pack adjusts instantly. Individuals rotating positions, keeping pressure constant without breaking formation. It is a strategy refined by generations of survival. Leadership within the pack remains fluid in action. While the dominant pair guides direction and timing, success depends on responsiveness from every member. There is no room for hesitation. One mistake can scatter prey or draw the attention of lions and hyenas nearby. The environment itself is an enemy. Heat, drought, and disease take a heavy toll. Wild dogs are especially vulnerable to illness, and a single outbreak can wipe out an entire pack. Survival often depends on isolation as much as cooperation. When a pack weakens, rivals close in. Lions kill wild dogs not for food, but to eliminate competition. This constant threat shapes every decision, forcing the pack to remain alert even in moments of rest. Despite these pressures, wild dogs persist through resilience. Losses are absorbed by unity, and injured members are not abandoned. The pack adapts, reshapes itself, and moves on. For the pups, the savannah is a training ground. They observe hunts, learn escape routes, and memorize the dangers etched into the landscape. Their future depends on speed, awareness, and loyalty to the group. In the grand contest of the African plains, wild dogs represent a delicate balance. They survive not by dominating others, but by mastering cooperation, endurance, and timing. In a world ruled by strength and hierarchy, their way is rare and relentlessly tested. The leopard lives by a different code entirely. Where others rely on numbers or open dominance, the leopard survives through secrecy, adaptability, and precise violence. Solitary by nature, leopards avoid competition whenever possible. Their territories overlap with lions, hyenas, and wild dogs, yet they persist by staying unseen. Every movement is calculated, every step taken in silence. Unlike lions, leopards do not announce their presence. They hunt alone, often under cover of darkness, using stealth rather than speed. A single mistake can cost them a meal or their life. Competition for leopards is constant but indirect. They face pressure not through open battle, but through theft and intimidation. Larger predators steal kills, forcing leopards to adapt or starve. Their response is ingenuity. Leopards drag prey into trees, lifting carcasses heavier than themselves into the branches. Beyond the reach of rivals, they secure their reward. Territory is defended quietly. Scent markings and scratch marks communicate ownership without confrontation. Physical fights are rare, but when they occur, they are fast and brutal. Injury is a risk a solitary hunter cannot afford. Leopards thrive where others struggle. From dense forests to open savannas, they adjust their behavior to match the terrain. This flexibility makes them one of Africa's most widespread predators. In the struggle for supremacy, leopards do not seek control of the land. They seek survival through mastery of shadow and silence. In a world dominated by noise and force, the leopard endures by remaining unseen. For a leopard, patience is a weapon as powerful as strength. Hours can pass without movement as it waits in cover, watching, calculating distance, wind, and timing. The attack when it comes is explosive and precise, ending the struggle in seconds. Unlike pack hunters, leopards must succeed alone. A failed hunt means wasted energy and increased risk of exposure. Every decision carries weight, and efficiency is essential. This constant pressure shapes them into highly disciplined predators. Competition intensifies around waterholes and game trails, where prey is predictable and rivals are nearby. Leopards move through these areas cautiously, often changing routes to avoid detection. Survival depends on anticipation rather than confrontation. Mothers face an even greater challenge. Cubs are hidden in dense cover, moved frequently to avoid predators and discovery. A single mistake can cost an entire litter. The female hunts relentlessly, balancing risk and reward with no margin for error. Young leopards learn through observation. They follow their mother in silence, practicing stealth and restraint long before they attempt a kill. Independence comes early, and those who fail to master caution rarely survive. Even strength has limits. Leopards avoid direct conflict with lions and hyenas, retreating when necessary. Pride does not guide their actions, survival does. Yet when circumstances allow, leopards can dominate silently. Their ability to exploit terrain, darkness, and surprise allows them to kill prey larger than themselves and vanish before rivals arrive. In the broader contest of the wild, the leopard stands apart. It does not rule through force or unity, but through adaptability and precision. In an ecosystem shaped by constant competition, the leopard survives by knowing when to strike and when to disappear. In the end, the leopard's story is not one of conquest, but of endurance. It survives not by ruling the savanna, but by understanding it, reading its rhythms, its dangers, and its fleeting opportunities. While other predators clash openly for dominance, the leopard chooses a quieter path. It yields when necessary, strikes when conditions are perfect, and vanishes before retaliation can follow. Every decision is measured, every risk carefully weighed. Its strength lies in balance, power and restraint, boldness and caution. In this harmony, The leopard finds a way to persist where others fall. Across generations, this strategy has allowed leopards to outlast rivals, adapt to changing landscapes, and remain one of Africa's most resilient hunters. They do not need numbers, nor unquestioned authority. They need only silence, patience, and precision. In the great battle for supremacy, the leopard never claims the throne, yet it endures long after kings have fallen. And in that quiet survival, hidden in shadow and stillness, lies the true mastery of the leopard. Once spread across nearly every corner of Africa, the cheetah, the fastest predator on Earth, has now been reduced to fewer than 7,100 mature individuals, surviving in less than 10% of its former range. Of Africa's 54 nations, only about 25 still hold wild cheetahs. In many places, they vanished silently, leaving behind an irreplaceable gap in the food web. In Zambia, fewer than 100 remain, confined to just 2 strongholds, Kafue National Park and Liwa Plain. Kafue harbors the largest share, though even here, the population numbers only around 60 adults. These cats are the product of millions of years of evolution. Fossils from Olduvai Gorge trace their lineage back over 3 million years to the Pliocene epoch. Yet repeated genetic bottlenecks across time have left the species with strikingly low diversity, a vulnerability that makes them more fragile in the face of climate change, disease, and shrinking habitats. Though often solitary, male cheetahs frequently band together in coalitions, most often brothers, whose teamwork brings greater success on the hunt. In the greater Kafue landscape, including Busanga, a 2024 survey by the Zambian Carnivore Program recorded just 44 cheetahs across 18 groups. Fragile in number, yet vital in role, they remain a critical thread in the ecological fabric of the plains. By keeping antelope herds in check, they protect grasslands from overgrazing, maintaining the delicate cycles of water, nutrients, and carbon that sustain this floodplain. In the Busanga Plains, life never slows. As the Lufupa River recedes during the dry season, herds of red lekwe, puku, and impala gather on the newly exposed grasslands. Here, the cheetah's mastery reveals itself. Beneath the golden light of sunset, a silent shadow moves through the tall grass. Unlike the roar of a lion or the power of a leopard, the cheetah holds but one defining gift: speed. It edges closer to a young antelope strayed from the herd, each step soundless as a passing breeze. At 30 meters, its body coils like a spring, then explodes. In 3 seconds, it reaches nearly 100 kilometers per hour, faster than a sports car, spine flexing like a whip, each stride stretching 7 meters across the earth. Its long tail acts as a rudder, guiding the chase as the quarry twists and turns. Non-retractable claws grip the ground like a sprinter's cleats. Its heart hammers, lungs drawing great gulps of air, all fueling a burst that lasts less than a minute. If the hunt succeeds, silence follows. The antelope lies still, and the cheetah feeds quickly, head low, wary of interruption. In the wild, the slow go hungry, but the loud risk losing everything. A single careless sound could draw scavengers. Lions may not match the cheetah's speed, but they hold a power no cheetah can challenge. Beneath the surface of the Lunga and Lufupa rivers lies more than the small fish hunted by the African fish eagle. Hidden in the depths drifts a true giant, the Nile crocodile. Here, individuals rank among the largest anywhere on the continent. Adults in the Lufupa can stretch over 5 meters and weigh more than 700 kilograms, while a few exceptional males exceed 6 meters. Silent leviathans moving just beneath the water's skin. Their strength is not only in size, but in design. The jaw muscles that close are among the most powerful in the animal kingdom, able to shatter bone with a single snap. By contrast, the muscles that open are weak, an evolutionary paradox that makes the bite devastating but the jaws easy to restrain. In these rivers, flowing year-round, crocodiles command a perfect ambush ground. They wait, motionless for hours, only eyes, ears, and nostrils breaking the surface, indistinguishable from floating logs among papyrus and reeds. When wildebeest, buffalo, or zebra come to drink, the stillness erupts. A sudden surge underwater at 12 to 14 kilometers an hour, jaws clamping, prey dragged beneath. For larger kills, they unleash the infamous death roll, a violent spin that tears bodies into swallowable pieces. Yet these reptiles are more than solitary assassins. A hidden social order rules the banks. The largest males dominate prime sandbars where sun meets easy access to prey. Sometimes, when fish gather in the shallows, multiple crocodiles cooperate, sweeping forward in a semicircle to herd their quarry. Along the Lufupa's slower waters, this cooperative hunting can turn rivers into traps. Their voices are as varied as their behavior, from the thunderous bellows of males vibrating across the floodplain, to the faint, high-pitched chirps of hatchlings calling from inside their shells. Reproduction reveals their most surprising side. Each season, females dig nests above the floodline, then guard them fiercely against monitor lizards and hyenas. When the young are ready to emerge, their calls summon the mother, who responds with extraordinary gentleness, lifting them in her massive jaws and carrying them to the safety of shallow water. Long after, she lingers, guarding them for weeks, sometimes months. In a reptile world defined by cold instinct, such care is rare. But even these giants are bound by delicate balances. The heat of the sand decides the fate of their offspring. Cooler nests produce females, warmer nests, males. Small shifts in temperature can tip entire generations. As the climate warms, the balance grows precarious. And threats reach beyond the climate. Pollutants carried downstream accumulate in their tissues. Traces of mercury, absorbed by fish, magnified in the food chain, now course through their blood. Levels recorded in some populations are among the highest ever measured in any crocodilian, a warning signal that these ancient predators are also barometers of the river's health. As the Nile crocodiles lie in wait beneath the still waters, another figure watches from above. Towering on long legs, draped in stark black and white, the marabou stork surveys the floodplain, a giant scavenger that embodies nature's stark dualities, both grotesque and majestic. Nicknamed the Undertaker, it cuts an unmistakable silhouette. A bald head and bare pink neck, adaptations for hygienic carcasses, contrast with a vast wingspan that can stretch beyond 3 meters. Standing 1.5 meters tall, weighing up to 9 kilograms, it is built for both patience and endurance. Along the Lunga and Lufupa rivers, they gather at dawn and dusk, roosting in tall trees or waiting motionless by the banks. From here, they scan for opportunity. They are nature's cleanup crew, tearing into the remains of antelope, elephants, or crocodile kills with hooked beaks, recycling death back into life. But scavenger is only part of their story. When food demands rise, particularly in breeding season, their menu expands. Fish, frogs, snakes, fledglings, even the hatchlings of crocodiles themselves. Opportunism becomes strategy, and their kleptoparasitic cunning often sees them stealing meals from vultures or herons. Their aerial grace is no less striking. Hollow bones lighten their bodies, turning them into effortless gliders, riding thermals for hours. Though macabre at a carcass, in the skies they soar with elegance. Marabou storks are highly social, clustering wherever food is abundant, on riverbanks, abattoirs, even landfills. This adaptability has allowed some populations to flourish, but it carries new risks. Plastics and heavy metals infiltrate their diet, seeping into the chain of life they help maintain. In Zambia's Mumbo region, riverside thickets provide roosts and nesting grounds. Their nests, rough platforms of branches, are often reused year after year, binding generations to the same trees. After a month of incubation, chicks emerge, dependent on parents until they fledge. They will not breed until around 4 years of age, but in the wild may live for 1/4 of a century. Their ecological role is profound. By stripping carcasses clean, they limit the spread of disease. By feeding live prey to their young, they close the loop of predator and scavenger. They are both undertakers and sustainers of the plains. Globally, they are listed as a species of least concern. Yet in parts of West Africa, numbers are falling sharply, a reminder that even the undertaker is not beyond mortality. Amid the dry heat and the iron-rich red soil of Tsavo, one creature strides through time with quiet resilience, the Somali ostrich. In a land that tests every heartbeat, its survival is a tribute to nature's most enduring design. This is not an easy place to live, but in that very harshness, each deliberate step of the Somali ostrich becomes a symbol of endurance, of adaptation, of silent strength. Unlike its more familiar cousin, the Somali ostrich wears no white ring around its neck. Instead, it displays a striking blue, the vivid hue of its neck and thighs glowing even brighter in males during breeding season. That shimmering lapis skin is more than ornamental. It draws mates, yes, but it also reflects an ancient adaptation, tuned perfectly to the brutal glare of the semi-desert sun. A fan of white tail feathers distinguishes the male, replacing the black and white pattern of other ostrich subspecies. It is a subtle signature in a place where the smallest distinctions can mean survival. Standing as tall as a man and often heavier, the Somali ostrich reaches heights of 2.4 meters and weighs up to 115 kilograms. It cannot fly and it does not hunt, but it runs with a speed that defies logic. At 70 kilometers per hour, it escapes danger with thunderous strides, its legs engineered by evolution for speed and power. On the Yada Plateau, where vegetation is sparse and the land lies open and unforgiving, the ostrich has the advantage. It can see danger from afar, but when needed, even scattered shrubs become sanctuary, temporary refuges to rest, to hide, to vanish. A classic browser, the Somali ostrich feeds on what this land offers. Leaves, roots, wildflowers, seeds. Succulent plants provide precious moisture when drought grips the plains, and when greenery disappears, it does not hesitate to consume insects or small animals. A quiet opportunist in a land of extremes. Here, they are most often seen alone or in pairs, especially in the breeding season or when scarcity forces solitude. As the dry season wanes and the plateau's vegetation fades, they drift toward the Galana River, not in great herds like the hoofed migrants, but in small, flexible movements, guided not by spectacle, but by instinct. And subtle shifts in microclimate. In this timeless land, even the ostrich knows, survival belongs not to the strongest, but to those who adapt with grace. And among the plain's most peculiar inhabitants stands one of Africa's most extraordinary antelopes, the geranuk, the so-called giraffe gazelle. At first glance, it might seem almost fragile, but every inch of its elongated frame tells a tale of evolutionary brilliance. With a neck that stretches an extra 30 to 40 centimeters, the geranuk unlocks a secret layer of nourishment, leaves and buds tucked just beyond the reach of other antelope. But the real marvel lies in its posture. With graceful precision, the geranuk rises onto its hind legs, standing tall, steadying itself lightly against a shrub. In this vertical ballet, it reaches nearly 2 meters into the canopy, browsing where no gazelle dares go. Its snout, narrow and agile, is guided by a flexible upper lip and a long, dexterous tongue, tools that pluck delicate leaves from thorny branches without injury. Each mouthful is a testament to its patience and finesse. In a world where bulk often determines survival, the geranuk has chosen another path: elevation, elegance, and efficiency. Socially, it is just as unique. You won't find large herds roaming here. Adult males are solitary, guarding loose territories with scent markings during the brief breeding season. Females and their young form small, quiet groups, just 2 to 6 individuals, moving like whispers across the savanna. Mothers are fiercely attentive. After birth, they meticulously groom their newborns, then hide them deep within thorny cover. There, for the first weeks of life, the young wait in silence while the mother returns to nurse in short, careful visits, protecting them from the ever-present gaze of predators. In this harsh, sun-baked environment, the geranuk thrives, not through strength or speed, but through adaptation and grace. It is a silent symbol of persistence, a creature shaped by the land, refined by necessity, and quietly triumphant in one of Africa's most unforgiving places. Across the windswept fields of the Dika Plain, the land pulses with life. And while the tree-climbing gerenuk may capture the eye, it is not the only master of this sun-scorched realm. From the shimmering haze of heat, another icon emerges, smaller, swifter, and no less tenacious. This is the Thomson's gazelle, known affectionately as the Tommy, a blur of grace and speed etched into the memory of the African plains. Petite in stature, yet immense in resilience, the Tommy is one of Africa's fastest land animals. Capable of reaching speeds up to 80 kilometers per hour, it races just behind the cheetah in sheer velocity. But unlike the cheetah, it holds a secret advantage. Not just speed, but precision. With astonishing agility, it zigzags across the landscape, its hooves barely touching the earth as it twists and turns in an unpredictable ballet. For predators, this makes the Tommy an elusive prize. Difficult to chase, harder to catch. And then it leaps. With a sudden jolt, it springs into the air. Legs stretched, spine arched, body suspended in a perfect arc. This behavior, known as pronking or stotting, may seem theatrical, but science tells a different story. This leap is a coded signal, a warning to others. A defiant display to would-be predators. I see you, I'm strong, don't waste your energy. Unlike many antelope species that remain tethered to fixed territories, the Thomson's gazelle is a wanderer. It follows the rain, the scent of fresh grass, and the eternal rhythm of survival. Their herds are fluid and ephemeral, sometimes a dozen, other times thousands, merging and splitting like desert wind. They often travel alongside wildebeest and plain zebra, but the Tommy carves its own path. It doesn't simply graze, it chooses. Selective feeders, they seek out specific species of grass to fuel their high-speed lives. In this ecosystem, they are the heartbeat of the hunt, the primary prey for the cheetah. Studies across Tsavo and the Serengeti confirm this intimate connection. When larger prey migrate, the Tommy becomes the keystone, sustaining one of Africa's most specialized predators through the unforgiving dry season. And still, they endure. With each bound, each evasive twist, the Thomson's gazelle tells a timeless tale of elegance shaped by danger, of speed born from necessity, and of survival against the odds. As the winds sweep across the Busanga plains, they carry with them the dry scent of earth and the ripeness of sun-baked grass. Suddenly, the stillness is broken by a thunderous roar that rolls across the horizon, a proclamation of dominance, a warning, and a reminder of who reigns supreme here, the lion. In this landscape, where life and loss are bound together, the lion's battle is never only for prey. It is for territory, survival, and its rightful place in an ever-shifting world. The lion is more than a hunter, it is a legacy. Fossil and genetic records reveal that their ancestors once roamed across Africa, Asia, and Europe for hundreds of thousands of years. In Busanga today, they remain the cornerstone of the ecosystem, shaping balance through instinct, precision, and strategy. Unlike other big cats, lions are not solitary. They live in prides, complex societies of females, cubs, and coalitions of males, often brothers. Each member has a role, each bond a thread in the tapestry of survival. The mane of a male is more than decoration. It is a banner of power. Dark and thick, it signals health, strength, and the ability to defend the pride against all threats. But it is the lionesses who form the pride's beating heart. They hunt, raise young, and guard one another with a bond as fierce as it is unbreakable. From the mounds that rise above the plains, they wait in silence, watchful silhouettes against the fading light. They do not rush. They do not falter. A herd grazes unknowingly. Slowly, the lionesses move into position. This is no chance encounter, but a choreography refined through generations. The blocker, the flanker, the finisher. And when the moment comes, they strike together. Explosive, precise, unstoppable. A lioness can surge forward at nearly 80 kilometers an hour, her bite force crushing with more than 4,500 newtons. Within moments, the hunt is over. For larger prey, such as buffalo, the males descend with devastating force. Weighing nearly 200 kilograms, their raw power is enough to drag down a full-grown giant. Yet amidst this raw power lies a fragile truth. In recent years, Busanda has offered glimmers of hope. Between 2021 and 2024, lion numbers here average nearly 4 individuals per 100 square kilometers, an estimated 358 lions, adults and cubs alike. Conservation efforts, GPS tracking, protective zones, and anti-poaching measures have lifted survival rates and increased reproduction by nearly 30%. But across Africa, the story is more troubling. Lion populations have plummeted by as much as 3/4 in just half a century. Expanding farms, retaliation for livestock losses, and the illegal wildlife trade continue to drive this regal predator toward vulnerability. Even here in Busanga, the struggle is tangible. In 2022, 2 lionesses were caught in snares, leaving behind 8 cubs. 7 survived thanks to human intervention and were reintroduced into the wild. And still, the lion carries whispers of its past. Cubs are born marked with faint spots, reminders of their patterned kin. Jaguars, leopards, cheetahs. For some, those ghostly markings linger into adulthood, subtle echoes of evolution etched into their skin. The lion is not just an apex predator. It is a living chronicle of survival, of decline, and of hope for redemption in the wild heart of Africa. As night descends upon the savannah, darkness swallows the land. The waterholes shimmer faintly under the cold glow of the moon. Out of the silence, lions begin to stir. They do not march directly to the water's edge. Instead, they melt into the tall grasses and earthen mounds, waiting, patient and unseen, every shadow, every breath of wind concealing their presence. Lions are the only great cats to live and hunt as one, bound together in social groups known as prides. United, they can topple prey weighing hundreds of kilograms, wildebeest, zebra, even the formidable African buffalo. On rare and desperate occasions, they dare to charge at giants. Tonight, in the heart of a drying waterhole, a black rhino thrashes in despair. Trapped in the grip of thick, suffocating mud, its massive body weighs it down. Twin horns sweep wildly, cutting the air, but each struggle only sinks it deeper. From the shadows, three golden shapes emerge. Lionesses, the seasoned huntresses of the pride. Among lions, the hunt belongs to the females. Really 90% of kills are claimed by them. Their bodies are sculpted for bursts of sheer explosive speed, capable of sprinting up to 80 kilometers per hour, though only for a heartbeat. Now, that lethal power converges upon the trapped giant. The rhino bellows, a rasping roar that echoes into the night. A beast of up to 1,400 kilograms, reduced to a prisoner of mud. One lioness lunges, sinking her teeth into its flank, but the rhino's armor, nearly 5 centimeters thick, holds strong. With a violent surge of strength, it tears free and charges. The hunters scatter. Tonight, the giant escapes. Such failures are rare. Lions more often target antelope and grazers drawn to the water's edge. Their hunts unfold with ruthless precision. A few circle silently behind the herd, herding prey into the waiting jaws of their companions. Flattened to the earth, golden coats blend seamlessly into dust and shadow. Then, in an instant, the trap springs. A single leap, a strike of claws, and the savannah quakes beneath their power. Yet the hunt is only the beginning. When the kill is made, the male takes his due first, asserting dominance as he guards the feast from thieves like the spotted hyena. His other duty, patrolling the boundaries of the pride, safeguarding the precious water holes that mean life or death in the dry season. From zebra to wildebeest, buffalo to warthog, the lion's appetite echoes their reign at the very top of the food chain. Even young giraffes or the frail are not spared, and what the lions leave behind does not go to waste. Carcasses become a banquet for scavengers, vultures descending from the heavens to return life's remains back to the earth. High above, these masters of the sky patrol in circles between 500 and 1,500 meters. Their eyes, 3 to 4 times sharper than our own, sweep the savannah for the faintest signs. A staggering wildebeest, a fallen zebra, a sudden commotion of dust. With sight as their weapon, they read the savannah's every secret. When one vulture dips toward death, others, even miles away, follow in a chain of silent signals. Above the savannah, they mark the rhythm of survival, the eternal dance of predator and prey. When a predator abandons its kill, the savannah soon stirs with dark wings. Within an hour, dozens, sometimes hundreds, of vultures descend from the skies, each one drawn by the silent signal of circling companions above. Every feature of the vulture's body is sculpted by evolution for one purpose: scavenging. Their bald heads and bare necks slip easily into the rib cage of a carcass, staying free of gore. Hooked beaks rip through the toughest hides of buffalo and giraffe, while rough tongues scrape every last strand of muscle from bone. With long, sinuous necks, they reach deep into the body's core, liver, heart, intestines, where the richest nutrients lie. But it is their stomachs that hold the true secret. A cauldron of acid, near pH 1, capable of destroying what would kill almost any other creature. Anthrax spores, rabies viruses, botulinum toxins, supported by a microbiome, evolved to neutralize decay itself. Vultures transform death into energy, preventing plague from sweeping the land. Across Africa, white-backed vultures and Ruppel's vultures reign as wide-ranging nomads of the skies. Their migrations follow the great herds of wildebeest and zebra. Guided by invisible rivers of scent and sight, GPS trackers have revealed individuals covering more than 1,800 kilometers in just 2 weeks, scouring dry riverbeds for the faintest chance of food. At the waterhole, competition explodes, not only among different vulture species, but with another shadow of death, the marabou stork. Towering a meter tall, armed with a bill over 30 centimeters long, the stork strides directly into the chaos, pushing aside rivals to claim its share. What vultures shred from the surface, marabou storks pry from within, snatching scraps hidden in water or clinging stubbornly to bone. Like vultures, their design speaks of survival. Bald heads, dagger-like bills, and a strange inflatable throat pouch, perhaps a tool for cooling or a signal in their harsh social world. Their menu is even broader. Fish, frogs, lizards, rodents, eggs, even garbage near human settlements. Opportunists to the core, they may take what the savannah offers, whether fresh, rotting, or still struggling. At the margins of the waterhole, marabou storks watch for weakness, a wounded bird, a struggling fish trapped in shrinking mud. With swift, spear-like strikes, they add fresh kills to their scavenged meals. Together, vultures and marabou storks embody nature's final act. They strip the savannah clean, recycling death into life, and ensuring that, in this harsh arena, nothing is ever wasted. Unlike the larger antelopes that creep forward with caution, Guinea fowl burst onto the scene with their trademark bustle and boundless energy. A flock is never small. 10, 20, sometimes more than 25, moving as one, a tightly knit social unit. Their voices never fall silent. Loud rhythmic calls ripple across the air, keeping the group connected, keeping danger at bay. This constant chatter is more than noise. It is a lifeline. Impalas, wildebeest, even zebras benefit from their vigilance. A single alarm call can ripple 150 meters across open terrain, triggering instant defenses in creatures far beyond their own kind. Though they have wings, they rarely waste them. When danger strikes, they run, fast, coordinated, relentless. At speeds of 35 kilometers an hour, weaving and darting unpredictably, they leave predators frustrated in the dust. Their eyes, tuned to the slightest flicker of motion, grant them a survival edge. Their nervous systems are sharpened for vigilance, their reactions near instant. But Guinea fowl are more than survivors. They are shapers of the land. Feeding on seeds, bulbs, and swarms of insects, they cleanse the savannah. Opportunistic hunters, they will even seize lizards or young snakes when the chance arises. Around waterholes, they scour the muddy fringes, drawn to insect-rich zones. Careful never to wander too close to the treacherous water's edge where crocodiles lie in wait. They are everywhere. South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Angola. 28 to 30 million strong. Most roam outside protected areas, thriving in semi-arid scrub, grasslands, even farmland. As the dry season grips the land, they cluster around the last remaining waterholes. When the rains return, they scatter once more across the plains. Insects fall silent in their path. Plant debris is cleared. Feeding grounds are opened for smaller birds, lapwings, sand grouse, and countless others. The Guinea fowl, noisy, restless, unyielding, are not just part of the savanna. They are its watchmen, its early warning system, its restless guardians. Midday on the African savanna, the sun scorches the earth and the shade of a tree becomes a rare treasure. It is at this unforgiving hour that giraffes begin their slow, deliberate approach to the waterhole. Unlike other grazers that prefer the safety of dawn or dusk, giraffes choose the heat of noon, a time when lions, leopards, and hyenas retreat to rest. It's a strategy, a gamble, and it works. Their towering height grants them a sweeping view of the plains, but to drink, they must bow, a giant folding itself down, a frame stretched and exposed. For those moments, balance is lost, and the most powerful advantage of the giraffe becomes its greatest weakness. They never linger. Each sit is fleeting, measured in seconds. Lower, drink, raise, scan, listen, lower again. In groups, one always stands guard, towering above the others, eyes sweeping the horizon. Height is their glory. Adult males can rise above 5.5 meters, weighing nearly 2,000 kilograms. Females, slightly smaller, still dwarf most creatures of the savanna. With their elongated necks and half-meter tongues, they pluck acacia leaves armored with thorns, reaching what no other herbivore dares. They do not thunder across the land like elephants, nor churn the dust like buffalo. Instead, they glide through the plains, leaving little trace. Gentle giants with a surprisingly light ecological touch. But even giants must drink carefully. Steep banks, murky pools, blocked views, these they avoid. They seek gentle slopes and open water, where their eyes can search wide and far. For danger does not only creep from the bushes. Sometimes it waits below the surface, silent, still, patient. The Nile crocodile. There are rare chilling accounts of crocodiles lunging at giraffes mid-drink, striking at the bowed posture of the giant. Most fail. These towering herbivores are cautious, deliberate, and calculated in every move. And so, each sip becomes a ritual of survival. Lower, drink, rise, scan. The rhythm of giants in a land where hesitation could mean death. So tell us, are you the kind who drinks in quick sips, always watching your surroundings? Or do you drink slowly, unbothered, as if nothing could ever catch you off guard? As the sun climbs higher, the savanna hardens under the weight of the heat. The air turns sharp, the ground bleached white, and the once calm waterhole transforms into chaos. Zebras, wildebeest, buffalo, herds upon herds press forward, churning the shallows into a muddy broth, heavy with the scent of sweat and dust. Beneath that murky veil, peace is an illusion. Here, patience rules. A ripple, a pair of nostrils, the glint of unblinking eyes, signs of the Nile crocodile. Some stretch over 5 meters in length, weighing more than 700 kilograms, and yet they barely disturb the water. Their scaled armor mirrors the mud, their stillness as complete as stone. They wait, hours, days, sometimes weeks, for a single mistake. One downward sit from an antelope, one moment of lowered guard, then an eruption, a lunge at 12 meters per second, the strike so sudden that sound itself seems too slow to catch it. Prey dragged under before it can cry out. This is no pursuit predator. The crocodile wins by patience, not speed, by silence, not force. Every movement is measured, every burst of violence calculated. But giants share the waterhole. Hippos slide in, their bulk sending shivers across the surface. There is no friendship here, but no open war either. The hippo is too massive to kill, the crocodile too dangerous to ignore. They coexist like uneasy neighbors until the water shrinks. When the pool recedes to a fraction of its size, every square meter becomes a battlefield. The hippo charges, jaws gaping, tusks longer than a man's arm. The crocodile slips back into the depths, vanishing in a swirl of mud. The fight is avoided, for now. The Nile crocodile has survived like this for over 50 million years. Its strength lies not just in power, but in patience, adaptability, and a strategy honed over eons. To drink at the waterhole is to gamble with death. For above the surface, thirst rules all life, but below it, the silent trap waits. In the stillness of dense bushes, the greater kudu embarks on its journey of survival. Unlike the swift Thompson's gazelle or the powerful wildebeest, the kudu relies on an entirely different strategy. It neither depends on speed nor the safety of herds. Instead, it masters the art of stillness, blending seamlessly into its environment. For the kudu, survival is an act of patience, stealth, and camouflage. Among antelope species, the greater kudu is a true master of disguise. Its grayish-brown coat, marked with delicate white stripes, offers perfect camouflage against the shadows of the savanna's foliage. This natural adaptation allows it to remain motionless for long periods, vanishing into the arid landscape like a ghost. Male kudus, with their majestic spiral horns, reaching up to 1.8 meters in length, symbolize both elegance and power, adding to their distinct charm. During the dry season, when the savanna is scorched by the relentless sun, the kudu avoids open water holes where predators often lurk. Instead, it seeks sustenance in the untamed bush, feeding on the tall leaves of trees. Its long, flexible neck grants it access to food beyond the reach of other herbivores. The water stored in these leaves becomes its lifeline in a land where scarcity reigns. On a hot afternoon, a greater kudu stands quietly in the shade of a tree, nibbling on leaves. The scene appears calm, but in the savanna, calmness rarely equates to safety. Hidden high in the treetops, a leopard watches intently. With its low profile and exceptional climbing skills, the leopard is a formidable predator, perfectly suited to the challenge of hunting kudu. Step by silent step, the leopard advances, its movements precise and deliberate, a deadly dance with no sound to betray its approach. But a single misstep changes everything. A twig snaps underfoot. The kudu's large ears perk up instantly, swiveling toward the sound. Its black eyes scan the bushes with alert precision. It doesn't run, nor does it panic. Instead, it stands perfectly still, poised and ready. The leopard realizes it has been detected. Though the distance is still considerable, it knows it must act quickly before the kudu raises an alarm. With a powerful leap, the leopard lunges from its perch, beginning its attack. But the kudu's reaction is swift and calculated. A sudden leap propels it into the dense undergrowth. Although the leopard is agile, it struggles to navigate the tangled terrain with the same finesse as the kudu. The greater kudu may not match the speed of a Thompson's gazelle, but it can reach bursts of up to 70 kilometers per hour when necessary. With each stride, it uses the terrain to its advantage, zigzagging through bushes and rocky outcrops to confuse its pursuer. However, the odds are not always in the kudu's favor. Its escape rate is lower than that of faster antelopes, and in open plains, it becomes vulnerable. Yet, in rocky or densely vegetated areas, the kudu reigns supreme, its movements guided by an intricate balance of caution and skill. In the savannah, speed or strength alone does not guarantee victory. Sometimes survival hinges on silence, subtlety, and harmony with nature. For the greater kudu, patience and the ability to adapt are its greatest gifts, a testament to the unyielding balance of life in this unforgiving world. Having failed in its last hunt, the leopard faces the familiar pangs of hunger. The dry season tightens its grip, and prey becomes scarce. Even the formidable leopard must adapt, targeting animals it might otherwise avoid. Small nocturnal creatures scurry to find shelter, their hurried movements betraying their vulnerability. In the darkness, all creatures, predators and prey alike, navigate a delicate dance for survival. Hunger and thirst drive them forward, even as danger lurks in every shadow. The cooler night temperatures coax animals from their hiding places. A group of wildebeest rests in the distance, while nearby, a few Thompson's gazelles nibble at the last remnants of grass. For the leopard, this is an opportunity. For the antelopes, it's another relentless test of survival. Antelopes, with their remarkable diversity, are more than just prey. They are the lifeblood of the savanna, bridging the gap between the energy of plants and the apex predators that roam this ecosystem. From the agile Thompson's gazelle to the massive wildebeest and the elusive kudu, these herbivores sustain not only lions, leopards, and hyenas, but also scavengers like vultures. When an antelope falls to a predator, it feeds countless lives, reinforcing the intricate cycle of nature. The arid grasslands stretch endlessly to the horizon, where the blazing sun scorches the untamed paths of predators. The king of the savannah roars, asserting his dominance alongside his pride. Yet the savage laughter of the queen and her ravenous clan looms as their greatest challenge. Lions and hyenas, natural rivals, have clashed for millions of years in a relentless struggle to answer one timeless question: who reigns supreme in Africa's savannah? The grasslands serve as the foundation of life in the savannah, particularly during migration season. Millions of wildebeests traverse this vast expanse, forming vibrant, moving rivers of life as they journey over 1,000 miles in search of fresh grazing grounds. These wanderers are more than prey. They are a vital link in the food chain, sustaining countless species in this intricate ecosystem. Scattered across the plains stand towering baobab trees, reaching heights of up to 98 feet. These natural fortresses store hundreds of gallons of water in their massive trunks, offering a lifeline to animals and humans alike during the arid months. Nearby, acacia trees with their iconic umbrella-shaped canopies provide essential nourishment to giraffes, the tallest creatures on Earth. Then there are the waterholes, the most precious resources of the savannah. These vital oases attract herds of herbivores desperate for a sip of water during the dry season. Yet they are also arenas of survival, for seeking life-sustaining hydration. The savannah is more than a home for Earth's giants. It is a finely tuned ecosystem. Towering creatures like buffalo, weighing up to 2,200 pounds, and elephants, tipping the scales at several tons, coexist with tiny yet indispensable inhabitants such as dung beetles, the unsung heroes that recycle waste and enrich the soil. Life here is a constant interplay of survival and competition. Lions and hyenas engage in relentless battles for dominance, with the lion reigning as one of the top predators. However, hyenas are no easy adversaries. Their strength lies in unity, forming formidable clans capable of challenging even the mightiest of foes. Grasslands remain healthy and regenerative, sustaining life for countless species within the ecosystem, enabling them to take down even large and formidable prey, such as wild buffalo. On the dry grasslands of the African savanna, hyenas are perhaps the only creatures capable of inspiring caution in the hearts of the kings. Lions and hyenas are more than just competitors for food. They are arch-enemies. A 2023 study revealed that their diets overlap by as much as 58.6%, often sparking intense confrontations. Yet, despite their perpetual rivalry, this ongoing struggle plays a vital role in maintaining ecological balance. By ensuring that neither species gains complete dominance, their clashes help preserve the delicate equilibrium of the savanna ecosystem. Amid the vast golden grasslands stretching endlessly to the horizon, the relentless battles between lions and hyenas underscore the savanna's essence, a place where life and survival are inextricably linked. Here, every creature must fight to endure. This is not merely a natural habitat, but a complex ecological tapestry, where lions and hyenas vie for supremacy in an unending cycle of life, power, and resilience. As the morning sunlight filters through the mopane trees, Chobe National Park awakens. This is a land where every blade of grass and every stone tells a tale of survival. A place of striking contrasts, where the strength of lions meets the cunning of hyenas amidst parched fields and life-sustaining rivers. In the searing heat, the mopane trees stand tall like stoic sentinels, reaching heights of up to 50 feet. Their distinct butterfly-shaped leaves provide shade to both lions and hyenas, offering brief respite in an unforgiving landscape. Yet the mopane forest is more than a refuge. It is a battleground where power and survival are constantly tested. Lions in Chobe National Park are not merely predators. They are rulers. They hunt with unparalleled precision, every stride a perfect fusion of strength and strategy. Buffalo and zebras are their primary targets, but in this dry, challenging environment, their success rate is only 25 to 30%. While female lions take the lead in hunting, coordinating with remarkable teamwork, male lions typically stay back, emerging only when needed to deliver the decisive blow, using their immense strength to end the chase. In Chobe, no meal comes without a price. Lions and hyenas frequently clash over carcasses. A 2023 study revealed that hyenas successfully stole about 63% of kills from lions. However, these takeovers are not without fierce resistance. Through unity and strategic defense, lions often fend off such attempts, sometimes even overpowering hyenas to protect their kills and territory. The remaining water holes during the dry season become critical battlegrounds. Here, all creatures gather to quench their thirst, creating an atmosphere thick with tension. Lions dominate through sheer brute force, while hyenas rely on their numbers and patience to claim their share. These confrontations not only define the dynamic relationship between the two species, but also play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the savanna ecosystem. The relentless nightly battles in Chobe are more than mere survival instincts. They are a clash of power and intellect. On one side stand the proud lions, rulers of the food chain. On the other, the cunning spotted hyenas, united like a disciplined battalion. Together, they weave a story of rivalry and resilience that shapes the very fabric of life on the African savanna. Lion prides in Chobe National Park are masters of teamwork, with the agile and tenacious females taking the lead in hunts. With a bite force nearly double that of a male lion, hyenas are formidable adversaries, especially when united. Patient and calculated, they often wait for lions to finish part of their meal before advancing, or confront the pride head-on when necessary. This coldly efficient strategy often shifts the balance of power. Hangs in the balance. Lions wield immense individual strength, with adult males weighing nearly 3 times as much as the average hyena. However, hyenas counter with collective intelligence, operating like a finely Even so, these battles leave scars, etched on bodies and remembered in instinct. They are not mere conflicts between two species, but the essence of ecological balance. Lions act as regulators, hunting buffalo, zebras, and impalas to keep herbivore populations in check. By targeting the weak, elderly, or injured, lion prides ensure these populations remain healthy and sustainable. However, when hyenas intervene, the balance shifts. Losing more than half their kills forces lions to hunt more frequently, increasing the pressure on herbivore populations, particularly during the dry season. Competition between lions and hyenas is not merely fierce, it is a driving force behind evolution. To survive in Chobe, lions have adapted by forming larger prides of 10 to 15 members, better equipped to defend their kills from hyena clans. However, this strategy comes at a cost. Larger prides require more food, and during extended dry seasons when resources are scarce, they face the looming threat of starvation. Hyenas, on the other hand, continuously refine their strategies. They no longer rely solely on overwhelming numbers, but have learned to coordinate their attacks with precision. Using their eerie calls to disrupt lion formations, they strike from multiple directions, sowing chaos. A 2024 study revealed that hyenas' success rates increase dramatically when their numbers are at least 3 times those of the lions. Far from being mere scavengers, hyenas are nature's recycling machines, efficiently consuming what lions leave behind, ensuring minimal waste in the ecosystem. The rivalry between these apex predators has far-reaching effects beyond their direct confrontations. Herbivores, ever vigilant, alter their behaviors to avoid high-risk zones, seeking safer grazing areas. Vegetation, in turn, benefits from controlled grazing pressure, allowing ecosystems to regenerate and flourish. This intricate web of interactions highlights how the relentless competition between lions and hyenas influences the survival strategies of countless species, while promoting the overall health and resilience. There exists a place where time flows endlessly, a realm where the pulse of life beats in harmony with nature's rhythm, the Serengeti Mara ecosystem. Spanning across Tanzania and Kenya, it is the heart of wild East Africa. This land is more than a vibrant canvas of nature. It is a living story of life, death, and renewal, written in the rhythm of rain, the movement of herds, and the boundless expanse of its grasslands. The Serengeti Mara is not merely an ecosystem. It is a grand theater of existence. The annual migration brings millions of grazers, wildebeests, zebras, and gazelles, traversing the plains in search of fresh pastures. In their wake follow the predators, lions waiting in the tall grasses to ambush the weak or young, and hyenas trailing with their eerie laughter, ever ready to seize an opportunity. The influx of millions of wildebeests and zebras turns the Mara into the epicenter of dramatic hunts and fierce confrontations. Lions, masters of ambush, use the tall grass as their ally. With raw power and precision, an adult lion, up to 420 pounds, can bring down a wildebeest with a single decisive pounce. In contrast, hyenas rely on endurance and strategy. With hearts disproportionately large for their size, hyenas possess incredible stamina, enabling them to pursue prey over long distances. Their numerical advantage and eerie, cacophonous calls create chaos within the herds, isolating the young or weak. Once a wildebeest falters, the hyena's trap closes swiftly, and the unfortunate prey becomes another thread in the intricate tapestry of the savanna's cycle of life. Here, in the Serengeti Mara, every creature plays a role in the endless drama of survival. However, the struggle for survival in the Masai Mara is far more intricate than a mere competition between lions and hyenas. The drama intensifies with the presence of nomadic lions, solitary wanderers who exist on the fringes of pride territories. These outcasts, unbound by allegiance to any pride, roam in search of new territory or a pride to claim. Their presence not only adds chaos to the ecosystem, but also disrupts the established order. These young male lions often attack established prides, overthrowing dominant elders and killing cubs to assert dominance. This brutal strategy, while natural, significantly reduces cub numbers and weakens prides for extended periods. As a result, pride members often disperse, leaving the territory vulnerable. The pride's weakened state enables hyenas to expand their influence, thriving in areas once dominated by lions. Hyenas quickly exploit the vacuum left by declining lion populations. Large clans, sometimes exceeding 50, smaller or weaker lions to steal their kills. However, they rarely hold the upper hand against strong lion prides with adult males, which effectively defend their territories and prey. Conflicts between the two often leave scars on the savanna, evidence of their relentless struggle. A 2024 report revealed that rising hyena populations can reduce small herbivore numbers in a given area by up to 20% within 5 years. This decline not only impacts wildlife, but also transforms the landscape, as reduced grazing alters the structure and diversity of grasslands. Beneath East Africa's vast blue sky, stretching from Tanzania to Mozambique, the eastern Miombo forest stands as a vibrant, ancient world. More than just a forest, it is the heartbeat of the East African ecosystem, a complex yet harmonious web of life where diverse flora and fauna coexist. In northern Tanzania, the Gorangoro Crater resembles a natural necklace encapsulating a world teeming with life. This ancient caldera, formed over 2 million years ago, spans approximately 100 square miles and sustains an extraordinary abundance of wildlife. Towering cliffs, over 2,000 feet high, encircle the crater, where the wind whispers over lush grasslands, narrating timeless stories of life. Viewed from above, the Gorangoro Crater resembles a sprawling oil painting, its vast grasslands interspersed with sparse forests and shimmering lakes. At the crater's heart lies Lake Magadi, a freshwater oasis that sparkles under the sun, attracting thousands of flamingos whose vivid pink plumage adds a burst of color to the scenery. The crater is home to over 25,000 large mammals, an astonishing density for such a confined space. Herds of wildebeest and zebras, numbering in the thousands, roam the green plains in search of food, their movements vital for the ecosystem. The trampling hooves of these animals churn the soil, aiding grass seed germination, while their dung enriches the land with nutrients. Elsewhere in the crater, immense buffalo, weighing up to 2,000 pounds, graze in large groups, serving as guardians of the grasslands. These massive herbivores maintain the ecosystem's balance by grazing regularly, all while staying vigilant against potential predators. Gorangoro Crater is renowned for its extraordinary predator density, hosting some of Africa's most formidable hunters. In the forests near the lake, leopards stealthily navigate the branches, using their camouflage to ambush smaller prey. The crater also boasts the world's highest lion density, with an estimated 60 to 70 lions inhabiting this compact area. These apex predators patrol the grasslands, their piercing gaze fixed on herds of wildebeest and zebras. Male lions, distinguished by their dark, imposing manes, engage in fierce battles to defend their pride. Yet lions are not the sole rulers of this domain. Spotted hyenas, with their iconic, eerie laughter, shadow every hunt, awaiting the perfect moment to seize the spoils. Gorangoro Crater, a vast caldera where low-lying grasslands, acacia xanthophyllia woodlands, and seasonal water bodies converge, serves as both a haven of abundance and a battleground of intense predator competition. Lions, with their superior strength and ambush tactics, dominate the ecosystem as both hunters and opportunistic scavengers. Uniquely, lions in the Gorangoro Crater claim up to 71% of the prey hunted by hyenas. A pride led by powerful black-maned males can overpower even large hyena clans. Rather than relying solely on active hunting, lions leverage their brute strength to assert dominance. In contrast, hyenas excel in stamina and strategy. They use endurance hunting techniques to exhaust their prey, often migratory species like wilderbeast or zebras, by encircling and weakening them before making the kill. However, even after a successful hunt, hyenas must defend their meal against the ever-present threat of lions. When challenged, hyenas employ defensive tactics, forming protective circles around their kill or vulnerable members of the clan. Their eerie calls summon reinforcements, while their characteristic laughter acts as both a communication tool and a psychological weapon, sowing confusion among rivals and fostering unity within their clan. Despite their resilience, the crater remains lion territory. Lions are responsible for 60 to 70% of adult hyena deaths within this ecosystem. A lion attack is swift and calculated, often targeting isolated or weakened hyenas. With precise tactics, lions strike critical points, swiftly subduing their prey. The competitive dynamic between lions and hyenas extends beyond a simple struggle for dominance. It is a driving force that shapes the structure of the Gorangoro Crater's ecosystem. However, imbalances can occur. When lion populations rise too quickly, hyenas face increasing pressure, forcing them to adapt their hunting strategies or seek new territories. This interplay of predators underscores the fragile balance of life within the crater, where every roar, call, and step contributes to the unending struggle for survival in this vibrant yet fiercely contested environment. Nestled between the arid Namib Desert and the expansive savanna grasslands lies the Namibian savanna forest, a region of understated and unique beauty. This is not a dense forest, as one might imagine, but a sweeping landscape of vast grasslands, punctuated by camelthorn trees that stand as solitary sentinels in the desert. Camelthorn trees, reaching heights of up to 65 feet, are the lifeblood of this region. Their roots penetrate as deep as 150 feet into the earth, tapping into scarce underground water reserves. Even during prolonged dry seasons, their silvery gray foliage remains vibrant, offering shelter and sustenance to countless animals. Scattered across the grasslands are dry riverbeds, such as the Hoanib and Quiseb rivers, which flow only during the rainy season. Despite their arid appearance for much of the year, these riverbeds serve as vital lifelines. Lush vegetation thrives along their banks, attracting wildlife in search of food and refuge. The landscape is further shaped by low mountain ranges like the Brandberg, where rare patches of shade offer respite from the relentless heat. Here, desert-adapted lions, known for their patience and resilience, have evolved to survive extended periods without water, traits that distinguish them from lions in other regions. Across the dry grasslands, hyenas stealthily follow herds of plains zebras and oryx, biding their time. When the opportunity arises, they strike with relentless precision, shattering the fragile peace of this arid wilderness. In the heart of Namibia, where desert winds carry the heat of arid plains mingled with the faint fragrance of grasslands, Etosha National Park emerges as a precious gem of untamed wilderness. Spanning over 8,600 square miles, Etosha is more than a sanctuary. It is a microcosm of interconnected ecosystems, a symphony of life where each element contributes to a delicate and dynamic balance. This is a land of striking contrasts, where desolation meets abundance, and every creature battles for survival. At the heart of the park lies the Etosha Pan, a massive salt pan covering approximately 1,900 square miles. During the dry season, its surface turns stark white, shimmering under the blazing sun like a giant mirror. With the arrival of rains, this arid expanse transforms into a temporary lake, drawing thousands of flamingos whose vibrant pink plumage illuminates the landscape. This breathtaking transformation embodies the resilience of nature, continuously adapting to the harsh environment. Etosha is a natural stage, home to tens of thousands of wildlife, each species playing a vital role in maintaining the park's ecological harmony. Across the vast grasslands, plains zebras move like flowing rivers, their herds numbering in the thousands, creating a mesmerizing spectacle. Their hooves churn the soil, scattering seeds, while their dung enriches the land, fostering new growth. Dominating the park are the African elephants, the true giants of Etosha. Weighing up to 12,000 pounds, they traverse mopane forests, breaking branches and carving new pathways. These silent architects of the ecosystem disperse seeds, shape the landscape, and ensure the survival of flora throughout the region. With a population of approximately 2,500, Etosha is one of southern Africa's premier refuges for these majestic creatures. The abundance of herbivores sustains Etosha's apex predators. Lions with their distinctive dark manes rule the nights, hunting under the cover of starlit skies. Boasting a population of 350 to 400 lions, Etosha is home to one of the highest lion densities in the world. Their thunderous roars reverberate across the grasslands, a proud declaration of their dominion over this remarkable wilderness. Etosha National Park is no sanctuary for the weak. With an average annual rainfall of just 15 inches, it is a land of harsh extremes where survival demands resilience. Herds of springbok and oryx traverse the grasslands in search of water, their existence constantly threatened by two formidable apex predators, lions and hyenas. Lions, the rulers of the savanna, rely on strength and ambush tactics to hunt. An adult lion, weighing up to 420 pounds, can bring down large prey like buffalo or zebra with precision strikes. Beyond their hunting prowess, lions are opportunistic, often stealing kills from other predators, including hyenas, in this resource-scarce environment where food is a precious commodity. Hyenas, in contrast, excel through endurance and teamwork. Large clans, often comprising dozens of members, coordinate to exhaust and overpower prey before delivering the final blow. Armed with powerful jaws, unmatched aggression, and superior numbers, during the rainy season, lion prides are forced to travel farther to find prey, as wildebeests and zebras scatter across the vast plains. Covering up to 15 miles a day, the pride must navigate tall grasses and soft, slippery terrain, which diminish the effectiveness of their usual ambush tactics. To overcome these obstacles, lions rely on teamwork and finely tuned strategies. Hunting during the rainy season is especially challenging. Tall grass offers concealment, but also slows movement, while muddy terrain hampers agility. To counter these difficulties, a group of 2 to 4 lionesses often works in perfect coordination. Using the tall grass as cover, they move silently, inching closer to their target. When the distance closes to 10 to 20 feet, one lioness lunges with sudden precision, while the others encircle the prey, cutting off all escape routes. This strategy is particularly effective against larger, slower animals like buffalo or even giraffes, increasing their success rate in such conditions by 40%, surpassing any other predator's efficiency in similar environments. The rainy season, with its trials and obstacles, does not diminish the lion's dominance over the savanna. Instead, it showcases their intelligence, organization, and refined hunting prowess. From stealthy ambushes in tall grass to coordinated group attacks, solitary hunts, and nocturnal pursuits, lions are more than just warriors. They are artists performing on nature's grand stage. During this season, male lions take on a markedly different role. While they contribute to only 5 to 10% of hunts, except for larger prey like giraffes or buffalo, their primary duty lies in defending the pride. They protect the territory and ensure the pride's dominance amidst heightened challenges. The rainy season reshapes the landscape and intensifies external pressures. Spotted hyena. The pride's territory becomes a battleground, where every intruder pays a steep price. Rain washes away the scent markings that lions use to delineate their domain, blurring boundaries and fading patrol paths. In this shifting landscape, defending the pride's territory becomes an urgent and formidable task. Male lions averaging 420 pounds are awe-inspiring warriors, wielding their immense strength and thunderous roars to assert dominance. A single roar from an adult lion can travel up to 5 miles, serving as a powerful territorial declaration, even amid the relentless rain. However, there are moments when a roar alone is insufficient to deter encroaching threats. One of the male lion's greatest adversaries is the large hyena clans. When 10 to 20 hyenas launch coordinated attacks, employing mobbing tactics to disrupt and divide the lion's defenses, male lions respond with raw power. A single swipe of their massive paw can severely injure or even kill an adult hyena. Their mere presence often forces hyena clans to retreat, restoring balance and safeguarding the pride from substantial harm. The rainy season, with its relentless challenges, does not weaken the lion's reign. On the contrary, it magnifies their strength, not just in their powerful strikes or muscular build, but in their remarkable unity and strategic organization. This is the complete portrait of the savannah's true rulers, a story of unwavering dominion, where every downpour reaffirms their resilience, intelligence, and unyielding supremacy over the wild. If you've ever experienced the wonders of the African savanna, we invite you to share your knowledge and stories in the comments below. Your insights can inspire others and support ongoing efforts to protect rare wildlife and fragile ecosystems for future generations. Remember to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to join us on more incredible adventures. The African savanna is home to some of the most fascinating wildlife interactions, with none more iconic than the conflict between hyenas and lions. These two apex predators are locked in a continuous struggle for dominance and survival, driven by competition over territory, food, and the intricate dynamics of their respective social structures. This conflict not only shapes their behavior, but also influences the broader ecosystem. The primary source of conflict between hyenas and lions is competition for food. Both species are carnivores, relying on the same prey species for sustenance. While lions are known as skilled hunters, hyenas are opportunistic feeders, capable of scavenging and hunting with equal efficiency. This overlap in diet often brings the two species into direct conflict. Lions, being larger and more powerful, frequently dominate hyenas at carcasses, forcing them to retreat. However, hyenas are highly intelligent and social animals, often using their numerical advantage to challenge lions for food. A clan of hyenas, working cooperatively, can drive a pride of lions away from a kill, demonstrating their strategic prowess. This competition exemplifies the principle of resource partitioning in ecosystems, where species adapt behaviors to maximize access to shared resources. The ongoing rivalry between hyenas and lions has shaped their evolutionary trajectories. Hyenas possess powerful jaws capable of crushing bones, a trait that gives them an advantage in scavenging and defending kills. Their exceptional endurance allows them to outpace lions in prolonged chases. Lions, on the other hand, have evolved physical strength and cooperative hunting strategies that enable them to take down large prey and defend their kills against competitors. The rivalry between hyenas and lions is not merely a clash of predators. It serves a critical ecological function. By competing for food, they ensure that carcasses are quickly consumed, reducing the spread of disease. Their interactions also maintain a balance in prey populations, preventing overhunting by either species. The conflict between hyenas and lions is a testament to the intricate relationships that define the natural world. It is a story of survival, competition, and the delicate balance of ecosystems. While these two species are adversaries, their interactions are a vital part of the African savanna's ecology, highlighting the interconnectedness of all life forms. Understanding and preserving this dynamic is essential not only for the survival of hyenas and lions, but for the health of the entire ecosystem they inhabit. The African savanna is a vast and mesmerizing landscape that stretches across several countries in East and Southern Africa, including Kenya, Tanzania, and Botswana. This breathtaking ecosystem is characterized by its rolling grasslands, scattered trees, and a wealth of wildlife that roams freely, embodying the essence of nature's beauty and rawness. As the sun rises over the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, the savanna awakens, revealing a world teeming with life, drama, and the unyielding cycle of survival. At first glance, the savanna appears to be a simple expanse of grass, but a closer observation reveals the intricate interconnections of its ecosystem. The grasslands, dominated by tall golden grasses swaying gently in the warm breeze, provide sustenance for a myriad of herbivores. Elephants, with their massive frames and gentle demeanor, roam the plains in search of food, uprooting shrubs and trees with their powerful trunks. Gazelles and zebras graze in herds, their graceful movements a ballet of survival as they scan the horizon for potential predators lurking in the shadows. However, the beauty of the African savanna is punctuated by the harsh realities of life. Predators such as lions, cheetahs, and hyenas play their roles in the grand cycle of life, hunting for sustenance in a land where the struggle for survival is constant. The sight of a lioness stalking her prey is both awe-inspiring and heart-wrenching, as she embodies the ferocity of nature's design. The thrill of the chase is an integral part of the savanna, reminding us that every creature, no matter how majestic or delicate, plays a The African savanna is a remarkable ecosystem that captivates the heart and ignites the imagination. Its breathtaking landscapes, diverse wildlife, and the interplay of life and death form a rich narrative that echoes the very essence of our planet. The African savanna, with its vast grasslands and seasonal rhythms, is home to a myriad of wildlife, among which the African buffalo stands out as a symbol of strength, adaptability, and communal living. These impressive creatures, characterized by their sturdy build and formidable horns, have evolved to thrive in one of the most challenging environments on Earth. African buffaloes are gregarious animals, often found in herds that can range from a few individuals to several hundred. This herd mentality is a fundamental survival strategy, offering protection against predators such as lions, hyenas, and crocodiles. Living in large groups not only provides safety in numbers, but also allows buffaloes to engage in cooperative behaviors, such as vigilance and defense. When threatened, buffaloes can form a protective circle around their young, facing outward to ward off attacking predators. This instinctual reaction highlights the importance of social structure in their survival. The buffalo's adaptability extends beyond their social behavior to their diet and habitat preferences. As herbivores, they primarily feed on grasses, which flourish during the rainy season. However, they have also developed a remarkable ability to cope with changing environmental conditions. During periods of drought, buffaloes can graze on tougher, less palatable vegetation, showcasing their resilience and ability to adjust to food scarcity. Their relatively low metabolic rates enable them to survive for extended periods without water, allowing them to move across vast distances in search of sustenance and hydration. Seasonal migrations are a hallmark of buffalo life on the savanna. As the dry season sets in and water sources dwindle, herds travel in search of greener pastures and reliable water holes. This migratory behavior not only ensures access to food and water, but also plays a crucial role in maintaining the health of the savanna ecosystem. By grazing on grasses, buffaloes help to stimulate new growth, which benefits other herbivores and contributes to the overall productivity of the environment. Furthermore, their movement patterns can influence the distribution of plant species, leading to a dynamic interplay between flora and fauna. Complemented by their role in the food web. As prey for apex predators, they are integral to the ecosystem's balance. The presence of healthy buffalo populations supports not only the predators that rely on them for sustenance, but also contributes to the biodiversity of the savanna. The African grasslands, characterized by their expansive savannas and rich biodiversity, provide a unique habitat for a variety of wildlife, including the zebra. Zebras are primarily known for their unique striped coats, which serve several key purposes. The most widely accepted hypothesis regarding the function of stripes is related to camouflage and predator evasion. The contrasting patterns can confuse predators, especially in the dappled light of the grasslands. Additionally, the stripes may help regulate body temperature by creating a microclimate around the animal, aiding in thermoregulation. This adaptation is particularly important in the hot climates of Africa, where extreme temperatures can be challenging for large mammals. Zebras are highly social animals, typically forming small family groups consisting of a stallion, several mares, and their offspring. These groups often come together to form larger herds, especially during migration or in search of resources. Zebras are primarily grazers, feeding on a variety of grasses found in the grasslands. Their unique digestive system allows them to efficiently process the fibrous plant material. Unlike some other herbivores, zebras have a relatively high tolerance for low-quality forage, which enables them to thrive in areas where food availability fluctuates with the seasons. This adaptability is crucial in the African grasslands, where water and food resources can become scarce during dry periods. Migration is a hallmark of zebra behavior, particularly the annual migration of the Great Migration in East Africa, where millions of zebras travel alongside wildebeests in search of greener pastures. This incredible journey not only showcases their resilience and adaptability, but also highlights their role as a keystone species in the ecosystem. As they graze, zebras help maintain the health of the grasslands and facilitate the movement of nutrients through the ecosystem, benefiting various plant and animal species. Predation is a significant threat to zebras, with natural predators including lions, hyenas, and crocodiles. To enhance their chances of survival, zebras have evolved various predator avoidance strategies. Their distinctive stripes, for instance, are believed to play a role in confusing predators during a chase. The equid stripes may create an optical illusion that makes it difficult for predators to focus on an individual zebra within the moving herd. Additionally, zebras exhibit behaviors such as dilution effect, where the presence of many individuals in a group decreases the likelihood of any one individual being targeted by a predator. The unpredictable movement patterns of a herd also make it harder for predators to single out a target. When threatened, zebras often employ a combination of speed, agility, and coordinated group movement to evade capture, demonstrating their ability to adapt to the challenges of survival in the grasslands. Wildebeest, also known as gnus, are remarkable creatures that inhabit the grasslands and savannas of sub-Saharan Africa. Known for their iconic migrations, striking appearance, and unique social structures, these animals embody the resilience and power of nature. Wildebeest possess a robust physique that is essential for their survival in the harsh conditions of the African plains. Standing about 4 to 5 feet at the shoulder and weighing between 400 to 600 pounds, they are equipped with strong legs that allow them to run swiftly and cover great distances. Their muscular build, paired with their ability to reach speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, enables them to evade predators like lions and hyenas effectively. Wildebeest's distinctive features, including their long faces, curved horns, and shaggy manes, are not just for show. They serve essential functions in their survival. The horns, which can span up to 3 feet, are weapons that males use to establish dominance and protect their herds from threats. Furthermore, their strong hooves are adapted to traverse different terrains, from muddy riverbanks to dry savanna, making them incredibly versatile. Wildebeest are known for their remarkable social structures, often forming large herds that can number in the thousands. This communal living offers protection against predators, as there is safety in numbers. They engage in cooperative behaviors, such as vigilance against predators, where individuals take turns watching for danger while others graze. During the annual migration, one of the most spectacular wildlife events on the planet, wildebeest demonstrate a collective power and purpose. These migrations, driven by seasonal changes and the search for fresh grazing lands, can cover distances of up to 1,800 miles. The sheer scale of this movement, involving millions of wildebeest, is a testament to their resilience and ability to overcome the challenges posed by their environment. However, the journey is fraught with danger. Many wildebeests fall prey to predators during the migration, particularly at river crossings where they must navigate treacherous waters while being pursued by hungry carnivores. Despite these challenges, the instinctual drive to migrate is vital for their survival, as it allows them to escape less favorable conditions and reach more fertile grounds. Predators are a natural and integral part of the grassland ecosystem, playing a crucial role in maintaining population control and ecological balance. Key predators of wildebeests include large carnivores such as lions, hyenas, and crocodiles. The relationship between wildebeests and these predators is characterized by a complex interplay of survival strategies and adaptations. Predators exert a direct impact on wildebeest populations by limiting their numbers through predation. This pressure can lead to the culling of weaker or older individuals, which can enhance the overall health and genetic diversity of the population. By removing less fit individuals, predators contribute to the natural selection process, allowing for the survival of the fittest and promoting a resilient population. The African savanna, with its sweeping grasslands and diverse wildlife, is home to one of the most iconic and powerful animals on the planet, the lion. Renowned not only for their majestic appearance, but also for their complex social structures and predatory prowess, lions embody the raw beauty and strength of the African wilderness. Their majestic appearance, characterized by a muscular build, a powerful presence, and, in males, a magnificent mane, captures the imagination of those who encounter them. The golden hues of their coats blend seamlessly with the savanna's grasslands, allowing them to be both striking and stealthy in their environment. Lions are apex predators, positioned at the top of the food chain within their ecosystems. This status is a testament to their physical power and hunting prowess. Equipped with strong forelimbs, sharp retractable claws, and powerful jaws, lions are adept hunters. Their hunting strategy often involves teamwork and coordination, showcasing not only their strength but also their intelligence and social dynamics. Lions are apex predators and have significant dietary needs to support their size and energy requirements. Through their environment is matched only by their sheer strength in bringing down large prey. Moreover, lions play a crucial role in maintaining the health of their ecosystems. As top predators, they regulate prey populations, preventing overgrazing and promoting biodiversity. By controlling the numbers of herbivores, lions indirectly support the growth of vegetation, which in turn benefits a myriad of other species. The power of lions extends beyond their physical capabilities. It is woven into the very fabric of the savanna's ecological balance. Hyenas are often misunderstood creatures, frequently vilified in popular culture and portrayed as scavengers with little merit in the ecological hierarchy. However, they play a crucial role in the African savanna ecosystem. Their survival process is intricately linked to their unique hunting behaviors, social dynamics, and environmental adaptations. The spotted hyena in particular is a highly social animal that lives in matriarchal groups called clans, which can consist of up to 80 individuals. This social organization is fundamental to their hunting success. Hyenas are opportunistic feeders and exhibit exceptional endurance when hunting. They are known to use a technique called coursing, where they chase down prey over long distances, relying on their stamina rather than speed. This endurance hunting allows them to exhaust their targets, which often include large ungulates such as wilderbeasts, zebras, and antelopes. Hyenas also display remarkable intelligence during hunts. They often strategize and coordinate attacks, utilizing a combination of vocalizations and body language to communicate effectively within the clan. This teamwork enhances their success rate, allowing them to bring down larger prey than they could manage alone. By working together, hyenas can take advantage of their social structure to ensure that food resources are shared, which is essential for the survival of the clan, especially during periods of scarcity. While hyenas are competent hunters, they are also efficient scavengers. This dual approach to feeding provides them with a significant survival advantage in the competitive environment of the savanna, where food availability can fluctuate dramatically. Hyenas are known to follow larger predators, such as lions and leopards, to scavenge from their kills. Their powerful jaws and digestive systems allow them to consume almost every part of a carcass, including bones, which few other animals can process effectively. This scavenging behavior not only supplements their diet, but also plays an ecological role. By consuming carcasses, hyenas help to reduce the spread of disease and recycle nutrients back into the ecosystem. Their role as scavengers complements their hunting habits, creating a balance that is vital for the health of the savanna ecosystem. The matriarchal social structure of hyena clans is another critical aspect of their survival. Female spotted hyenas are typically larger and more dominant than males, leading to a system where females inherit their social status. This dominance hierarchy ensures that the strongest and most capable individuals lead the hunts and make critical decisions for the clan. Moreover, social bonds within the clan are strengthened through grooming and communal care of young. These bonds not only enhance cooperation during hunts, but also ensure the survival of the next generation. The upbringing of cubs is a communal effort, with several females nursing and protecting the young, which increases their chances of survival in the harsh environment of the savanna. Or animals, demonstrating their flexibility in survival tactics. This adaptability allows them to maintain their role as apex scavengers and competent hunters, ensuring their place in the complex web of life on the savanna. Leopards are among the most iconic and adaptable big cats in the African savanna, known for their extraordinary hunting skills and elusive nature. Leopards are primarily solitary hunters, a characteristic that distinguishes them from other big cats, such as lions, which rely on teamwork and social structures. This solitary nature allows leopards to be highly adaptable, enabling them to exploit a diverse range of prey. Their hunting behavior is marked by stealth and precision, as they rely on their keen senses and physical agility to stalk and ambush their targets. Leopards are opportunistic feeders and exhibit a varied diet that includes ungulates like impalas, gazelles, and even larger animals such as kudu, and wilderbeast. Their ability to adapt to different prey types is a significant advantage, especially in a fluctuating environment like the savanna, where food resources can vary seasonally. The hunting technique employed by leopards typically involves stalking their prey from a distance, carefully using the vegetation and terrain for cover. Once within striking distance, they employ a sudden burst of speed, often leaping from a concealed position to ambush their prey. This ambush strategy is effective due to the leopard's powerful muscles and agility, allowing them to overpower and capture animals much larger than themselves. Several physical adaptations contribute to the leopard's prowess as a hunter. Their distinctive spotted coat provides excellent camouflage in the dappled light of the savanna, allowing them to blend seamlessly into their surroundings. This cryptic coloration is crucial for both stalking prey and evading larger predators. Additionally, this resourcefulness not only protects their food supply, but also showcases their strategic thinking in the wild. As apex predators, they play a crucial role in maintaining the ecological balance of the savanna. Their ability to adapt to a variety of habitats and prey types, combined with their stealth, agility, and resourcefulness, enables leopards to thrive in a competitive environment. Elephants, the largest land mammals on Earth, are often revered for their majestic presence and remarkable intelligence. Found primarily in the savannas, forests, and grasslands of Africa and Asia, elephants play a crucial role in their ecosystems. Elephants are awe-inspiring creatures, with adult African elephants weighing up to 12,000 pounds and standing over 13 feet tall at the shoulder. Their physical power is manifested in their massive tusks, which are elongated incisors that can grow up to 10 feet long. These tusks serve multiple purposes, including foraging for food, digging for water in dry riverbeds, and defending against predators. The power of elephants extends beyond their physical attributes. It is deeply rooted in their complex social structures and intelligence. Elephants are highly social animals, living in matriarchal herds led by the oldest and often most experienced female. This social organization is crucial for the survival of the group, as the matriarch possesses valuable knowledge about migration routes, water sources, and safe feeding grounds, which she passes on to younger generations. Elephants demonstrate remarkable cognitive abilities, including problem-solving, empathy, and communication. They use a variety of vocalizations, body language, and even seismic signals to communicate with one another over long distances. This social intelligence allows them to maintain strong bonds within their herds and coordinate their movements during foraging and migration. In the African savanna, elephants are relatively safe from traditional predators due to their sheer size and strength. Adult elephants have few natural enemies. However, young calves are vulnerable to predation by large carnivores such as lions, hyenas, and crocodiles. The presence of these predators can significantly impact elephant behavior and social structures. To counter the potential threats posed by predators, elephants have developed several adaptive strategies. Their remarkable social structure plays a pivotal role in ensuring the survival of calves. The matriarch, often the oldest and most experienced female, leads the herd in making decisions that prioritize the safety of the group. This includes selecting safer routes during migrations and establishing vigilance patterns, where certain individuals take on the responsibility of watching for predators while others forage. Predators can indirectly promote healthy elephant populations by preventing overgrazing and overbrowsing, which can result from unchecked elephant numbers. This regulation helps maintain plant diversity and supports a variety of other herbivores that share the savanna with elephants. In this way, the predator-prey dynamic contributes to a balanced ecosystem where various species coexist and thrive. Wild nature is beautiful, right? If you are a lover of the animal world, interested in their behavior, and want to learn more about each animal species, do not miss our channel. Let's explore interesting things about the animal world with us by subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications when there are new videos. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. Goodbye, and see you again in the next Animal World documentary episodes. The arid grasslands stretch endlessly to the horizon, where the blazing sun scorches the untamed paths of predators. The king of the savanna roars, asserting his dominance alongside his pride. Yet the savage laughter of the queen and her ravenous clan looms as their greatest challenge. Lions and hyenas, natural rivals, have clashed for millions of years in a relentless struggle to answer one timeless question: who reigns supreme in Africa's savanna? The grasslands serve as the foundation of life in the savanna, particularly during migration season. Millions of wildebeests traverse this vast expanse, forming vibrant, moving rivers of life as they journey over 1,000 miles in search of fresh grazing grounds. These wanderers are more than prey. They are a vital link in the food chain, sustaining countless species in this intricate ecosystem. Scattered across the plains stand towering baobab trees, reaching heights of up to 98 feet. These natural fortresses store hundreds of gallons of water in their massive trunks, offering a lifeline to animals and humans alike during the arid months. Nearby, acacia trees with their iconic umbrella-shaped canopies provide essential nourishment to giraffes, the tallest creatures on Earth. Then there are the waterholes, the most precious resources of the savanna. These vital oases attract herds of herbivores desperate for a sip of water during the dry season. Yet they are also arenas of survival, for seeking life-sustaining hydration. The savanna is more than a home for Earth's giants. It is a finely tuned ecosystem. Towering creatures like buffalo, weighing up to 2,200 pounds, and elephants, tipping the scales at several tons, coexist with tiny yet indispensable inhabitants such as dung beetles, the unsung heroes that recycle waste and enrich the soil. Life here is a constant interplay of survival and competition. Lions and hyenas engage in relentless battles for dominance, with the lion reigning as one of the top predators. However, hyenas are no easy adversaries. Their strength lies in unity, forming formidable clans capable of challenging even the mightiest of foes. The group. Their hunts are a masterclass. The wild footsteps echo across the land, beating like nature's own drums, as millions of creatures surge together across the African savanna. On these boundless plains, they push forward with urgency, crossing raging rivers that roar as if they could swallow everything whole. The herds remain relentless and unyielding, driven by the call of life itself, the tender green pastures that appear only briefly after a fleeting storm. This is the Great Migration, one of the planet's most astonishing epics, yet it is also a brutal trial. 1 in 10 will fall along the way. Still, the tide presses on, a wild, indomitable force, pounding like the heartbeat of the earth, always moving, always striving forward. Since the 1970s, the African savanna has echoed with an endless cycle of survival. Each year, more than 1.7 million wildebeest, 260,000 zebras, and 470,000 gazelles embark on a monumental migration epic. From the Serengeti to the Masai Mara, they cross over 1,200 miles of sun-scorched, unforgiving land, driven by the hope of reaching fresh green pastures and life-giving waters. Every stride, every leap, is more than movement. It is a race for life itself, where fragile existence is constantly tested by the looming presence of death. The wildebeest herds surge forward like an endless raging tide, sweeping up clouds of dry grass in the wind. Their hooves never stop, all driven toward the promised land. Each weighing up to 600 pounds, they face the merciless trials nature has set upon this path of life and death. But for calves barely 40 pounds, the world is a cruel survival test. Predators lurk in the shadows, waiting for the slightest mistake. Roars tear through the night, mingling with desperate cries that echo beneath the vast savanna skies. And yet, the greatest trial still lies ahead, the Mara River. Beneath its muddy waters, giant Nile crocodiles over 16 feet long wait in silent ambush. Their dagger-like teeth are ready to snap shut on the weak, turning the river into a battlefield of life and death. On this journey alone, some 250,000 wildebeest and 30,000 zebras perish. Victims of thirst, hunger, exhaustion, and the predators that never miss a chance to strike. This is a brutal odyssey where death is the inescapable soundtrack. Yet for the survivors, it is nature's ultimate trial, a relentless clash between hope and peril. Within this eternal migration, life and death intertwine, painting a grand, ferocious, and defiant portrait upon one of the harshest landscapes on Earth, the Serengeti. A vast flat plain stretching over 5,700 square miles, it is the birthplace of one of the greatest epics the planet has ever witnessed. This is the heart of the Great Migration, a natural phenomenon that has echoed for millions of years, etched into every shift of the land and every breath of the climate, like an endless symphony of life. Cheetah. The lifeblood of countless species begins. Around 2 million years ago, the arrival of the blue wildebeest, zebra, and gazelle laid the foundation for a one-of-a-kind ecosystem. On the Serengeti, the eternal cycle of life was set in motion. When the rains return, green shoots burst from the soil, summoning the great herds to march. And when the dry season scorches the land, the parched earth becomes a call to leave, driving millions onward in search of new promised pastures. According to scientific research in 2023, the Great Migration began some 1.7 million years ago during the Pleistocene epoch, a time when Earth was both unforgiving and nurturing. Since then, nature has forged a survival cycle essential to the savanna, a timeless rhythm that humankind today can only observe from afar in awe and wonder. Since the 1970s, relentless conservation efforts have slowly brought stability back to the herds. Their numbers began to recover, and the grand story of life continued to unfold, stretching from the distant past into the present. From ancient footsteps to new ones, they press forward across the endless plains. When the rainy season fades, the green mantle of the grasslands withers away. The searing sun scorches the ground, blades of grass shriveling, no longer able to sustain an ocean of life. In that fragile moment, instinct compels the herds to move. But the Great Migration is more than a quest for food. It is a symbol of unity, countless small, fragile creatures standing before nature's vast grandeur. Herd after herd, they converge into a colossal force, advancing like a roaring river. In their steps, life finds protection. The weak are shielded. Leaders carve the path for those who follow. Together, they become an unstoppable strength. Each pounding hoof echoes like nature's drum, lifting dust and stirring the air. The herds transform into a living wave, a majestic dance of survival. And within every stride, within every breathless gasp, lies a fierce contest with nature itself. A place where life and death march side by side, where hope and hardship weave together into a raw, mighty, unyielding portrait upon one of Earth's harshest lands. The timing of the Great Migration across the African savanna follows no fixed schedule. It is a journey guided by the sky, the land, and pure instinct. The wildebeest do not count the days. They listen to the call of the wind, the rain, and the tender green shoots rising from the earth. The harsh, unpredictable climate of the African plains becomes the invisible hand that maps their endless route, an unceasing journey where life and hardship merge in nature's relentless dance. When the brief rains arrive between December and March, the Serengeti awakens. The first drops fall like liquid life, stirring the dry earth and summoning lush pastures bursting with vitality. According to the Tanzania Meteorological Authority in 2023, an average rainfall of 4 to 12 inches per month transforms the plains into a vast sea of green, a grand feast for millions of new mothers. The grasses of the Serengeti not only sustain life, but form the foundation of an entire ecosystem. Species like Themata triandra and Panicida mesianum flourish with the rains, becoming the lifeline of countless grazers. The Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute reported in 2023 that the mild climate of 20 to 26 degrees Celsius and the lush grasslands create ideal conditions for reproduction. a miraculous cycle where life bursts forth in perfect rhythm with nature. At this time, Dutu, the southern reaches of the Serengeti, comes alive, draped in an endless green mantle. This is the cradle of life, where hundreds of thousands of blue wildebeest gather. Standing 1.22 to 1.5 meters tall and weighing up to 290 kilograms, the wildebeest transform the plains into a living ocean. Within weeks, more than 500,000 calves are born, a magnificent and strategic event known as predator swamping. With so many newborns arriving at once, predators like lions, hyenas, and cheetahs cannot possibly consume them all. They are forced to accept the overwhelming tide. Yet here, there is no room for delay. Just minutes after birth, calves weighing around 18 kilograms must stand. Within hours, they must run, an instinctive race for survival against the predator's claws. Nourished by their mother's rich milk, they grow quickly, reaching speeds of 40 to 50 kilometers per hour within weeks, nearly matching the adults. But the wildebeest, the backbone of the Great Migration, are never free from danger. Lions, hyenas, African wild dogs, and cheetahs stalk their every move. But they are not alone. The power of the herd is their greatest weapon. Thousands pack tightly together, flowing like a living river, leaving predators struggling to single out a target. Adult males form a defensive wall, their sharp curved horns guarding the fragile young. Zebras too converge on the Dutu. Although they can breed year-round, the rains give them a powerful advantage. Each adult, standing around 1.2 meters tall and weighing 350 to 450 kilograms, moves in large groups. Their hoofbeats pound across the savanna like an endless drum. Masters of adaptation, they graze even on coarse dry grasses other animals leave behind, roaming dozens of kilometers in search of water. After 12 to 13 months of pregnancy, foals weighing about 32 kilograms are born, and within just 20 to 30 minutes, they must stand and run with the herd. With powerful kicks and a fierce sense of unity, zebras fight back under the leadership of a dominant stallion. During the rainy season, the Dutu Plains also become a paradise for Thompson's gazelles. Small, just 60 to 70 centimeters tall, and weighing 20 to 35 kilograms, they possess extraordinary speed. With a short gestation of only 5 to 6 months, tiny fawns weighing 4 to 5 kilograms rely on camouflage, their pale brown coats blending perfectly into the grasses. Each day, the mother nurses her young once before leaving it motionless and hidden in the savanna. As adults, They can sprint up to 80 kilometers per hour, leaping in high starting jumps to warn off predators. In the migration, gazelles often trail behind the larger herds, taking advantage of leftover fresh shoots, minimizing competition and conserving energy. Small but far from weak, they are quick, vibrant notes in the grand symphony of survival, adding agility and brilliance to the magnificent canvas of the Great Migration. After the bustling birthing season in the early months of the year, when hundreds of thousands of calves take their first steps, the lush green pastures of the southern Serengeti begin to fade. By April and May, the rains fall silent. The sun descends like a hammer, scorching the earth until the last ribbons of green curl and die. The tender grass of the southern plains vanishes, replaced by a vast, brittle wilderness beaten flat beneath millions of pounding hooves. What was once paradise is now a wasteland of dust and broken stems, and the weight of an entire continent presses its story into the soil. This is the opening chapter of one of nature's greatest epics, the Great Migration. Southern Serengeti, once the cradle of life, has been emptied of nourishment. But far to the north, across Grumeti, toward the Mara and beyond, the land still breathes. There, rivers still run. There, life still waits. And only that road holds the promise of survival. The herds do not wait for a date. They move when the land falls silent, when the plains can no longer tarry the hunger of millions. Then an ancient command rises in their blood, as old as the continent itself. Go north. And they obey. More than 1.5 million wildebeest, 300,000 gazelles, and 200,000 zebras surge forward like a single living tide. From the sky, they stretch across the earth in lines so vast they seem without end. A river of flesh and dust, rolling with the rhythm of life, death, and renewal. For each animal, there is only one law: survive. Wildebeest, restless grazers with iron stomachs, devour the land beneath them. They cannot pause. A 2023 ecological study confirms that in this chapter of the journey, they move faster than at any other time of year, 6 to 9 kilometers every single day. Not by choice, but by instinct forged through thousands of generations. As the south and center of the Serengeti wither, hesitation becomes deadly. To slow down is to starve. To linger is to fall. With the rains gone, only a web of shrinking streams remains along the western corridor. The herds chase this last breath of water, their hooves sending tremors through the open plains. The savanna becomes a battleground of stamina, a place where only the relentless endure. But the migration is no chaotic stampede. It is a masterpiece of survival strategy. In such overwhelming numbers, the herd becomes a fortress, a living shield that confuses and blinds the predators lying in wait. And yet, as the journey drags on, the mega herd breaks apart, splintering into smaller armies, each group a self-sustaining engine of survival, spreading across the grasslands like shifting currents. Over 750 kilometers, every step teeters between life and death. As the herds reach Grumeti, the air tightens. This is predator country. Lions and cheetahs emerge from the tall grass, silent, patient, deadly. The masters of the hunt know exactly where to strike. At choke points where the tired falter, where the weak drift from the river of bodies. Lionesses crouch unseen, in towering grass, behind thorn thickets, atop hidden mounds, waiting for the single heartbeat when the herd stumbles. Then comes the explosion, a leap, a pounce, a kill measured in seconds. The Great Migration pushes on, and the plains claim their dues. The prey are not helpless. Zebras, sharp-eyed, alert, become the sentinels of the plains. A 2023 Serengeti Institute study reveals they can spot a lion from nearly 1.5 miles away. And when danger rises, they scream, a piercing alarm that detonates through the herds. Thousands shift in an instant. The savannah transforms into a battlefield on the brink. Speed becomes the ultimate weapon. Zebras and wildebeest slam into 40 to 50 miles per hour, forcing lions to burn every ounce of strength. But lions can't hold that pace. If the prey is fast enough or stubborn enough, they live. And sometimes they fight back. A 500-pound wildebeest armed with 30-inch horns can gore a lion. A zebra's hind kick can shatter rims or crush a skull. But for the smaller Thompson's gazelle, another nightmare waits: the cheetah, a predator built for one thing: speed. At 60 to 70 miles per hour, its blistery sprint leaves almost no room for escape. Yet gazelles are clever. They zigzag, dart, disappear. If they can survive 20, maybe 30 seconds, the cheetah burns out, and the chase ends. By May and June, a far deadlier test awaits: the Grumeti River. Not as wide as the Mara, but every bit as lethal. Across the far bank lies life. Grass, water, hope. But inside the murky depths waits death, the Nile crocodile. Giants, 20 feet long, bone-crushing jaws delivering over 3,700 psi. One strike, and a grown zebra vanishes beneath the surface. When tens of thousands pour into the narrow channel, chaos ignites. White water explodes. Screams echo. Bodies collide in panic. Some drown. Others are dragged under by ancient monsters. But those who make it across earn their reward: the promise of survival. Scattered across the Western Corridor and Kogatende, The air thickens with tension. The migration is no longer a solid wall. It fractures into smaller, looser groups, and in those cracks, predators find opportunity. Lions, the crownless kings of the Serengeti, wait for this moment. They exploit exhaustion, chaos, and the turmoil of the mating season. Dominant males, drained from constant battles, become vulnerable. Power becomes a burden. Leadership turns into a target. Along the Grumeti and deep in the rugged Singida region, lions turn the land itself into a trap. Dense thickets, broken riverbanks, scattered woodland, natural fortresses, perfect for ambush. Lionesses lie silent, invisible, waiting for the weary to make one fatal step toward water. Then, in a flash, they strike. A burst of fury, a lethal pounce, a kill written in muscle and precision. But lions aren't the only threat. In the shadows, another predator prowls. The leopard, a solitary assassin, a master of stealth, blending seamlessly into the Serengeti's patchy forests and tangled undergrowth. Its rosettes vanish into the vegetation. A leopard can wait motionless for hours, poised for the moment a young zebra or a Thompson's gazelle strays too far. During the mating season, when dominant males are consumed with fighting for territory, herds scatter more easily than ever. With rippling muscles and unrivaled climbing skill, leopards maneuver through rugged terrain, then launch from a tree or burst from tall grass in a flash attack. It's all over in seconds, before the herd even realizes what happened. Data from 2024 shows leopards succeed in 50 to 60% of these surprise strikes, a chilling reminder of their deadly efficiency. And then, carried on the wind, comes the eerie laughter of hyenas. If lions are organized warriors and leopards are solitary killers, hyenas are opportunistic marauders with terrifying pack strategy. Their clans are highly structured, each member with a role to play. When the herds splinter, the young, the weak, the isolated become easy targets. Hyenas aren't just hunters, they're expert thieves. They trail lions and leopards, waiting until the kill is made, but not yet eaten, then swarm in to overwhelm and steal the prize. Unlike big cats who rely on swift precision, hyenas wage wars of attrition, circling, chasing, wearing prey down until it collapses in exhaustion. From August to October, the migration enters its most brutal chapter. Kogatende in northern Serengeti and Kenya's Masai Mara become the epicenter. Every day, millions of wildebeests, zebras, and gazelles converge on a single deadly obstacle: the Mara River. This raging river stretches for miles, a natural wall dividing life from death. On the far side lies Masai Mara, a lush 1,500-kilometer paradise where rain-fed grasses beckon the herds. But to reach it, they must brave the killers that wait below. Giant Nile crocodiles up to 20 feet long, with a bone-crushing bite of 3,700 psi, lurk beneath the muddy surface. Each year, when the herds pour in, the river erupts into a blood-soaked feast. Yet the crocodiles aren't the only danger. The river itself is unpredictable. In years of heavy rain, sudden flash floods can sweep away hundreds in minutes. In drier years, low water makes crossings easier, but exposes the herds to more crocodile attacks, as they are forced to use shallow, ambush-prone channels. A 2024 Serengeti Institute study revealed a deadly trade-off. In flood years, drowning pushes mortality up by 10 to 20%. In drought years, drowning drops, but crocodile kills surge. Every leap into the river is a gamble with death. From July through October, Mara crossings happen daily at multiple points. Sometimes only a few dozen animals take the plunge. Other times, as many as 10,000 surge into the water at once, shattering the river in an explosion of foam. Screams echo across the valley, hooves hammer the river's surface, and crocodiles strike from the depths. It is both magnificent and horrifying, a red ocean at the heart of the savannah. Strangely, the herds often change their minds in an instant. They may cross only to turn back, as if the river exerts a hypnotic pull, forcing them to test the boundary between life and death, again and again. And predators don't wait in the water alone. On the banks, lions and hyenas lie in ambush, ready to snatch the stragglers, the exhausted, the unlucky. The crossing is more than a physical test. It is total war, where every animal must stake its life just to move forward. Those that survive step onto the far bank, into the Masai Mara. This fertile land, an extension of the Serengeti, unfolds in rolling grasslands, river valleys, and scattered woodland. Heavy annual rainfall sustains a rich ecosystem, home to more than 95 mammal species and 570 bird species. But Masai Mara is no safe haven. It is both paradise and battleground. The abundance of prey fuels a thriving predator population. The legendary Big Five, lion, leopard, elephant, buffalo, and rhinoceros roam here. And at the top of it all, the lions. In prides like the famed Marsh Pride, they dominate the land, exploiting the herd's arrival to feast. Small prey may fall to a single lioness, but larger quarry, buffalo, or even young elephants demand a coordinated strike from the entire pride. Masai Mara becomes a stage for some of the most spectacular hunts on Earth. Entire prides hurl themselves at prey weighing tons, while thousands of wildebeests and zebras continue their endless march, knowing that tomorrow will bring another battle. As dusk settles over the grasslands, the Masai Mara sheds its skin. Honey gold fades into a deep indigo sea. This is when the lions take the throne. Their eyes, cold twin stars, slice through the dark. Hunting success soars when night becomes an ally. After days on the move, wildebeests and zebras are spent. One wrong turn, one ragged breath, and the herd's formation breaks. Lions aren't just hunters. They are guardians of ecological order. When lion numbers rise, pressure on grazers rises with them. The grasslands aren't shaved to the root. They get time to recover, to sprout anew. Paradoxically, a lion's fangs act like a comb that keeps the entire ecosystem smooth. A healthy Mara depends on that balance. Plenty of prey, but never beyond what the plains can heal. At the woodland edge and along the riverbanks, leopards glide like ghosts, masters of absence. The less seen, the more they win. They live alone, quietly measuring distance, wind, and a prey's breathing. The Mara's varied vegetation grants them 1,000 curtains, tall grass, thorny acacias, brooding rock outcrops. A leopard's menu is a nimble symphony. From rabbits and birds to impala and gazelles, they creep, then burst, ending the chase in a single beat. Night hunts ease daytime pressure on prey and indirectly help pace the grass's recovery. With a success rate around 38%, leopards rank among the savanna's most efficient killers. Not as loud as lions, not as dazzling as cheetahs, but tireless, precise, never wasting a move. African savanna elephants stride like bold strokes across the Mara's endless page. Adult bulls rise more than 10 feet at the shoulder and can weigh over 6 tons. Females are lighter, both carry memories as deep as flood-swollen rivers, ancestral trails, hidden waterholes, grasslands reborn, passed down like living maps. Elephants are the architects of the savanna. They topple shrubs, opening skylights that let new grass surge. They dig for water in drought, leaving small wells for countless creatures to drink from. Consuming over 300 pounds of vegetation a day, they reshape the land, creating space for impalas, gazelles, hares, corridors for wandering herds, and clear lanes for the chases of predators. Stand in the wind-swept Mara night, and you might feel the sky settle onto an elephant's broad back, nature writing its story in slow, steady steps. Within the Big Five, rhinos are the somber chapter. In the Mara roam black rhinos, smaller, wary, volatile, and white rhinos, larger and more common farther south. Both leave their signature prints on the grass. The black rhino, weighing up to 3,000 pounds with horns stretching nearly 5 feet, carries a cruel fate. The stronger it stands, the bigger the target it becomes. Only an estimated 30 to 40 remain in the Mara, an alarm bell for the world. Poaching and the black market turn a single horn, just a body part, into the excuse for tragedy. And so, on moonless nights, patrol teams head out once more. Every step a vow. Without rhinos, the Big Five is broken, and the Mara loses a piece of its soul. From July to October, the grasslands shift their tone. The Great Migration pours over the Mara River like a storm of bone and flesh. Daily crossings erupt, sometimes a few dozen, sometimes 10,000. Hurling themselves into the current, the riverbanks thunder like war. Below, Nile crocodiles hold their breath. Above, lions and hyenas crouch. It is brutal, and yet it renews the system. Mass grazing kickstarts fresh growth. Pounding hooves spread seeds, till the soil. Dung enriches the earth, drawing insects, birds, and the predators that follow. Where herds of giants march in endless lines, shadows follow, predators stalk every step. In an instant, the vast grassland transforms into a brutal battleground for survival. Here, millions face hunger, thirst, exhaustion, and the relentless jaws that pursue them. Where are you watching from? Leave a comment and step with us into the Serengeti, battle for survival in predator territory. Serengeti is the starting point of the Great Migration, one of Africa's 7 greatest natural wonders. From swift predators to resilient prey, every creature becomes a vital brushstroke in nature's living masterpiece. The thunder of hooves rolls across the plains, driving both hunter and hunted into a relentless fight for survival. Leopards stalk with absolute patience, hauling their kills high into the trees, far above the reach of lions and hyenas. In another battlefield, cheetahs strike like arrows, lightning quick, decisive. But their victories are fragile. A kill won can be stolen in moments. Meanwhile, lions seize the chaos, closing in as wildebeest and zebras funnel into narrow paths where escape routes vanish. A chase ignites. Only the strong endure. The weak fall behind. Beneath the waters of the Mara River, shadows wait. Nile crocodiles lie motionless. Silent executioners, awaiting the mass crossing that unleashes an endless feast. Every leap from the water becomes a fight for life. Every narrow escape pushes them one step closer to survival. From November to May, the rainy season revives the land. With 750 to 1,000 millimeters of rainfall each year, the Serengeti woodlands breathe like moist lungs of the savanna. But climate change fractures the rhythm. Food grows scattered, unpredictable, forcing herbivores to travel farther for water and nourishment. As the dry season returns, temperatures soar above 35 degrees Celsius and water sources shrink. Giraffes reach for the tall canopies of acacia and camphora trees, using their 45-centimeter tongues to pluck precious leaves. Buffalo form wide lines across patches of moist grass, each adult consuming up to 35 kilograms a day, yet the heat drains their strength faster than ever. Heights of 3 to 4 meters and weights reaching 6 tons, African elephants are the giants of the earth and the architects of the ecosystem. Their massive ears act like natural radiators, dispelling heat through a web of surface blood vessels. During the harshest weeks, elephant herds journey toward the Gumeti or Rufiji rivers, using their powerful trunks to dig deep into the soil and create temporary waterholes, lifelines for countless other animals. With enormous energy demands, an adult elephant consumes up to 160 kilograms of food per day. As they feed on shrubs and small trees, they open up the land, expanding grasslands and encouraging the growth of new vegetation. Even the paths they walk become ecological corridors, guiding plant diversity and sheltering smaller species. Their dung, rich in nutrients, fertilizes the soil and fuels a thriving, sustainable cycle of life. Yet in recent years, climate change has tightened its grip, placing growing pressure on the survival strategies of these giants who shape the savanna. Droughts are becoming longer, and seasonal rains increasingly unpredictable, raising competition throughout the entire ecological chain. In this challenging environment, African buffalo demonstrate highly effective strategies for adaptation and survival. Adults weighing between 500 and 900 kilograms are recognized by their large curved horns, which form a solid boss across the forehead, an important natural shield during clashes and against predators. Thanks to this structure and their cooperative behavior, buffalo maintain an impressive survival rate of up to 89%, even in areas with dense predator populations. Herds can range from 50 to more than 1,000 individuals, with adult males typically leading at the front, while females and calves stay protected in the center. During the dry season, when temperatures rise to 35 to 38 degrees Celsius, they seek shade under large trees to reduce heat and preserve moisture before moving toward open grasslands to feed as the day cools. Each buffalo consumes 12 to 16 kilograms of grass per day, helping regulate vegetation in transition zones between savanna and woodland. Their movement creates trails that function as secondary biological corridors, supporting the mobility and shelter needs of many native species. Although adult buffalo are rarely brought down due to their size and strong defensive formation, calves remain vulnerable. More than 60% of successful hunts occur at dusk or at night, when herd defenses temporarily weaken. These interactions maintain natural selective pressure on both predator and prey, helping stabilize population numbers across the ecosystem. This year, the dry season lasts longer than usual. Rainfall drops sharply, and water availability declines quickly. Marshlands shrink into crucial conflict zones, where many species must gather at the same limited water sources, increasing interactions between predators and prey. Wildebeest, zebra, and antelope approach these water points cautiously, aware of the constant threat of ambush. Studies show that over 62% of lion ambushes occur within 150 meters of dry season water sources, demonstrating how essential and dangerous these areas become. Within this landscape, the spotted hyena emerges as one of the most resilient and successful predators. With an evolutionary history of more than 22 million years, hyenas have survived through many geological changes thanks to their powerful jaws, social structure, and adaptable hunting strategies. Clans may include up to 80 individuals, led by dominant females who coordinate group activities, from hunting to territorial defense. Their cooperative approach significantly increases their success rate, particularly when targeting large prey or competing with other predators. Hyenas often hide in tall grasses, taking advantage of soft light and shadows to remain undetected. They observe patiently, waiting for prey to enter open areas they have already identified as ideal for an attack. Their ability to sprint up to 56 kilometers per hour allows them to close in quickly when the moment arrives. Their jaws are significantly stronger than those of many other carnivores, with a bite force nearly twice that of a male lion. This allows spotted hyenas to crush bones and extract the maximum nutrition from a carcass. Beyond active hunting, they also secure food by taking leftovers from other predators or feeding on animals that have already died. This role makes them essential decomposition engineers within the ecosystem. Every part of a carcass is consumed quickly, and every bone-crushing bite contributes to the natural recycling process that supports the wider landscape. In the Serengeti, an estimated population of around 3,000 lions makes this region one of the areas with the highest lion densities on Earth. As apex predators, they have shaped the dynamics of life here for more than 2 million years. Adult East African lions are notably large. Males can weigh up to 230 kilograms and measure 2.4 to 3 meters in length. Their thick mane, found only in males, serves as protection for the head and neck during confrontations. Females, on the other hand, are lighter at 120 to 180 kilograms, yet they form the core of most hunting activities. To sustain their muscular bodies, lions require an average of 4.5 to 7 kilograms of meat per day, and can consume up to 15 kilograms in a single meal. Lionesses often rely on silent stalking, using low vegetation and the low light of dusk to increase hunting success. Woodlands, with enough cover to conceal their approach while still allowing good visibility, provide ideal conditions for short ambushes and coordinated attacks. Speed is not a lion's primary advantage. Instead, powerful hind limbs, strong forelimbs, and deep, forceful jaws allow them to bring down large prey, such as zebra, wildebeest, and even adult African buffalo. Within the pride structure, females carry out most hunts, while males typically intervene when the prey is particularly large or when other predators compete for the same kill. Their robust build, especially their jaw and forelimb strength, enables them to confront even well-defended animals like buffalo. Competition among predators is intense. Lions frequently clash with spotted hyenas, and direct conflict occurs in roughly 38% of large hunts. These rival encounters often involve attempts to steal kills or seize control of food sources. Today, the East African lion is listed as vulnerable by the International Union for Conservation of Nature due to increasing habitat loss and growing conflict with humans. The decline in lion populations threatens not only the species, but also the stability of the Serengeti ecosystem, where lions play a vital role in regulating herbivore numbers and maintaining ecological balance. The Serengeti woodlands span hundreds of square kilometers of savanna and open woodland. Here, the East African cheetah demonstrates its exceptional hunting abilities. In this open terrain, with tall grasses and scattered tree clusters, every movement becomes as swift and striking as a streak of light. Over more than 3 million years of evolution, the cheetah has developed a lean body, lightweight skeleton, flexible muscles, and long limbs, features finely tuned for speed and precision in every motion. Unlike larger carnivores like lions or spotted hyenas, the East African cheetah does not roar, does not form large prides, and does not engage in direct competition for territorial dominance. Males typically form small coalitions of 2 to 3 individuals to patrol and defend hunting grounds, while females live alone with their cubs, taking on the full role of rearing and teaching hunting skills until the young reach independence. As the sun rises higher, cheetahs use their advantages to stealthily approach prey through tall grasses, often getting within 100 meters of their target. When the moment comes, they launch forward with strides up to 7 meters long, powered by a perfect coordination of limbs, spine, and pelvic muscles. Their long tails act as biological rudders, helping maintain balance and execute sudden turns when prey veers off the run. Cheetahs can reach speeds between 93 to 98 kilometers per hour in under 3 seconds, but their top speed can only be sustained over distances of no more than 300 meters before they must stop to recover their heartbeat and breathing. A cheetah's hunt is a highly standardized sequence of behaviors, from targeting, stalking, acceleration, takedown, to biting the prey's throat to block airflow and end the chase within minutes. However, because their build is not suited for prolonged impact if the hunt fails, cheetahs usually abandon the chase quickly to avoid energy loss, especially in grasslands where temperatures often rise above 32 degrees Celsius. Situated at an elevation of about 1,500 meters between Serengeti National Park and the Gorangoro Conservation Area, Loliondo rangelands experience a semi-arid climate with temperatures ranging from 10 degrees at night to around 30 degrees during the day. The land is dry yet full of vitality, thanks to native vegetation like Themita triandra and Ceteria species that hold the soil, prevent erosion, and maintain the grass layer essential for migrating large animals. For migratory species such as wildebeest, zebra, and Thompson's gazelle, Loliondo is a vital rest stop on their harsh journey. Small streams cut across the grasslands here, offering especially valuable water sources during the dry season, when much of the Serengeti region becomes scarce in water. Loliondo serves as a hub of ecological balance, a place where wildlife and Masai community livestock coexist, sharing the vast open rangelands. The wide, unobstructed grasslands of Loliondo rangelands also provide an ideal environment for the Thompson's gazelle, a small but agile antelope species. They roam throughout the Serengeti. The gazelle herds here, ranging from a few dozen to several hundred individuals, travel alongside the migratory paths of wildebeest and zebra,